I'm live. It's so weird. What is going on? I don't know what is going on. Good morning. Good morning. Can you see me? I don't know what's going on with StreamYard this morning. This is crazy. I'm having the hardest time. I don't know if I'm live. I don't know if I'm not live. I don't know if y'all see me. I don't see no comments. I don't see nothing. So I'm going to keep going with this show. If it records, it records. If it doesn't, I'm just going to act like ain't nobody here and it's just me going this morning. I'm sorry. I see you, Hot Spicy Tea. Good morning. I don't know if you can hear me or see me at all, but it's nothing showing on my this is really crazy. Cause I'm live. I mean, I'm live on the screen. This is YouTube. What is going on? I see 8 people, but I don't see if y'all can see me on the screen or not. Has anybody ever been through this? Like, what the hell? You see me now? Good morning. Good morning. What is going on? Man, this is crazy. I'm scared to proceed because I don't know if you can see me. Good morning. I see you now and you hear me. All right, Hot Spicy Tea. Good morning. No one cares. Good morning, y'all. I'm sorry. I don't know what's going on. I had to delete the other live because StreamYard wouldn't let me go live. And now I just don't see. It says 0 people here, but I can see you all in the chat. And I hope y'all can hear me. I'm sorry. This is the first time this has ever happened to me like this. This is crazy. This is like limited interaction. All right, I'm just gonna have to keep going with the flow. Y'all let me know if y'all can't hear me or see me or anything. Now I can see, like, yeah, this is going in and out. I don't know if it's my Wi-Fi or what, but this is not working at all. Damn, this is crazy. This is crazy. This is nuts. Y'all let me know if y'all. I still see set a reminder. Like I haven't even started the live, y'all, but the live is started. I'm sitting here. Should I go out and go on YouTube? Like, can y'all still hear me? Let me go on StreamYard and see what's going on. It says I'm live. Like, I don't understand it. View on YouTube. But YouTube is saying I'm not live. And I never did a live video from YouTube, so I don't even know how to screen share or nothing like that. I don't know. I might have to dead this one and figure it out. You see and hear me. It's hard because I don't know if y'all see or hear me because everything is delayed. So, all right, let me just go with the show. All right, good morning, y'all. Good morning. Good morning. I'm sorry for this crazy mix up this morning. 6:43 here on the East Coast. It's about 45 degrees here, so it's a little chilly. I hope everybody woke up on the right side of the bed. If you can hear me, thank you. Thank you so much. If you can see me, that's even better. Thank you so much. We got about 14 stories to get into today, and we got a couple of updates, and I'm going to play a couple of videos for you. So just sit back and let me give you some of the most relevant local news. All right, let's get into it. All right, so the first thing I want to talk about is this Biden chant. So this school had to apologize after a video showed them leading a bunch of students into a viral chant. Apparently what the school was doing was, I guess they was having like a cultural day. So it's a California private school, and they had the students actually chanting, who's our president? And the students would respond, Biden. And the teacher would ask, what do we want to do with him? And the students would reply and say, kick him out. So check out these poor little students, just following along with their teacher, doing exactly what she, told them to do.
Glenn and Lou, it happened to be President's Day, but exactly what they were learning is unclear. But the teacher posted this video and she sent it to their parents.
Who's our president? What do we want to do with him? What?
These are 4 and 5-year-olds in transitional kindergarten at Turning Point Christian School in Norfolk. Their teacher posting the video to the school's internal parent app.
I couldn't believe it at first.
Christina McFadden watched the video several times in horror.
The teacher's indoctrinating her students. Everybody has a right to believe in what they want, and my daughter wasn't given that opportunity. And especially at that age, I don't think she could even comprehend to make an informed decision on who and what she should believe in.
McFadden contacted the school immediately. Their response was to take the video down, offering an apology as it did not share with the school and church philosophy of honoring and respecting authority, including those in government positions. McFadden was told the teacher was talked to.
I still don't know what the lesson was, even though I've asked. They said they've spoken with her and reviewed it, and they are okay with it.
McFadden even asked her 5-year-old what went on in class.
I just kind of sat down and let her watch it, and she just thought it was so funny. And look at Mommy, look at what we learned today. And she just kept repeating that we want him out.
Her daughter has since switched schools, and McFadden is hoping this serves as a lesson to parents to be informed.
At this point, it's not about the school. It's about informing parents that this is happening. And currently, there's nothing in place to stop it from happening. So I'm hoping that with enough attention, it'll invoke change because currently there's no standards, guidelines that preschools have to follow.
Now, the first thing I did was, and I'm so sorry, y'all, because my chat is really stuck on, I can see you here and I hear you now, and it says I have 0 people here. So if I'm just talking like it's 0 folks here, like I don't see nobody. But if you comment and if you came in the room, please forgive me. I don't know what's going on with StreamYard. This has never happened to me before. I'm paid up. I take care of everything on my StreamYard. I cleared out all my videos, so this should have been handled. So please forgive me if I don't see you or touch you. But promise you this, I'm gonna go watch this video afterwards and drop comments down in the comments box. So I'm sorry. But after watching this Biden chant video, the first thing I did was I wanted to go see exactly what the repercussions would be for a teacher. And literally, the woman was very much so correct. Officials reassured her, the teacher, that they spoke to the teacher and that they reviewed her lesson plan to make sure that nothing like this will happen again. She's not really going to face any disciplinary action, but they got the impression that the mother got the impression that she was fine with her teachers doing this, conducting this behavior. Now, just to add a little sauce to this, this is a private school. This isn't like it's a school where it's mandated by a full school district and it's with a lot of public funding. So, a lot of times these private schools do a lot of things that we don't know. Even private universities, they have a lot of different creeds and mottos and historic values that they follow. So it wouldn't surprise me that other private schools is doing this. It's just funny that she got to bring this to the light. And what kind of repercussion does her children face with her mother doing this? It's a little tricky in the rich world when you're playing around with how people want their children to be treated, taught, you know what I'm saying? Some of the values they want them to be taught, and they have the money to support that. So I don't know. This is crazy. I can't even get feedback from y'all. Let me refresh my screen. Damn. Okay. I see. Christian. Hey, Miss Margot. Hey, Uma. Okay. All right. I got a chat now. Christian school effery. Okay. Yes, indeed. Good morning. No one cares. Thank you for being here. Thank you so much. And I'm gonna hit you up too. I keep saying I am, but I'm gonna make my little note now because I need to drop you off send you some stuff. Good morning. Thank you all for bearing with me. I'm so sorry. Hey, Miss Margot, how you doing? Mr. Tim said YouTube is being shady too. Yeah, that I don't know what is going on this morning. It is crazy. As expensive as private schools are, you think they could afford a sane staff. Well, apparently the kids were jolly to do so, and she was the only parent that really came out in protest. So I don't know if the other parents felt the same. It gives me the impression that they're fine with this. So I thought that was interesting. And it was even more interesting that they're doing an anti-Biden chant. So it leads me to believe that this is more of a Republican sort of supporting or leaning entity, which can be almost as problematic. Good morning, on-site April. Good morning. Thank you. I appreciate you. All right, so let's get into the next story. I'm gonna refresh the screen now. I can see. All right, so the next thing I want to talk about, and I had to be very careful about how I titled this, but Starbucks is sued by a man claiming he drank cleaning solution served to him after ordering coffee. Now, this whole incident was crazy to begin with, and when I read the story, I'm like, well, why would you go back to the Starbucks? Apparently, this has happened to him before at this same Starbucks. They had mixed some cleaning solution in his beverage. So Matthew Mitchell detailed in his lawsuit that he visited a Starbucks in his state late August and ordered a standard black coffee. He said he drank his purchase without thinking twice, then began to feel a burning in his throat and chest. When he inspected the cup's contents, he claimed the liquid had a blue hue. Mitchell said he brought it back to the staff and they told him a new employee had been in the process of cleaning out their coffee machines with Ernex, a common cleaning solution used at Starbucks locations. The man is accusing Starbucks of reckless management, claiming the only way a staff member is notified that a cleaning is underway is by an upside down plastic cup. Mitchell believes this isn't a thorough enough system, especially with no vice workers around. The suit also says this type of incident has happened 2 times in the past and resulted in similar legal ordeals. So why are you going back? I don't understand. Do you like what are we doing? Mitchell is seeking an undisclosed amount, saying he's faced emotional distress and anxiety since the incident over the potential long-term effects of ingesting Ernex. Now, this is the funny thing. The lawsuit comes after a similar situation unfolded at a Tennessee Cracker Barrel in 2014, finally going to trial this past January. In that suit, a man asked for water and was accidentally served a cup of cleaning solution, which he drank, leading to continued medical issues. He initially asked for $150,000 in damages, but the jury reached a verdict in just 30 minutes and awarded him $9.4 million. However, due to a Tennessee law, he only walked away with $750,000. So I sort of feel like he's trying to build himself up to a lawsuit. If this is the second time that happened to you within like 3 months, so apparently it happened to him in July and August, you had some clean solution in your coffee. I don't know if I would be going back to that Starbucks, but apparently he wants to sue them for negligence on their behalf. So we'll see how far this one goes. Likely, if it does have any legs, Starbucks will settle, give that man about $250,000, if that. But yeah, these are some of the craziest stories we're gonna get out in the morning. Now, this next one, it got me because I'm a dog owner. Okay. And if you saw my viral video combination, I had to pull that down and I have to figure out how to restructure that. So that was my actual first like warning strike, because it had a video in there where these kids were assaulting their grandmother, and it went viral last week. And I should have known better than to put that video in that clip, because it was definitely, Shay even commented and said it was hard for her to watch, and it was definitely hard for me to watch. So I should have known better. So that was my lesson learned. I got my first warning. I went to YouTube policy schools, whatever they put me through, whatever. So I'm going to figure out how to restructure that and make sure that any content I put in those videos, I feel good about. Like, I don't want to have no NT feeling about it at all. So that's why I had to snatch that down. I pulled it down. I didn't want to have any issues with that. And for those who may have saw that and was offended or felt some kind of way, I apologize. I really wanted to bring that to folks' awareness that you have some asshole sons and daughters having babies, letting them attack their mothers. What pitiful, it just made me really, really sad. And if you want to see the video, you can always YouTube that video. It's grandma attacked by her grandchildren. And it's definitely not a funny situation. The kids were arrested, not the children. The children weren't arrested, but the mother and her cousins who were there watching it, they were arrested, and the grandmother was checked out. So that's what happened to that video. You live and you learn, right? All right, so it still says 0 people in here, but I see 8 comments. It's so crazy. Let me go back for the big payout. Okay, that's what it was. Good morning, Cheryl Burnett. Good morning to you. Hey, let me go get the 986 store and go get me a cup. Okay. Some cleaning solution. He didn't mind at first when Trump recommended bleach as a COVID cure, but now he okay with he mad about the Starbucks. You see what I'm saying? Good morning, Sticks girl. Good morning to you. Good morning. All right, so this next one is crazy as hell. So we have, where is it? No, I didn't say. Oh, so we have a Burger King employee arrested after allegedly shooting at drive-through customer who threw mayo at her. Now, again, if you watch the viral clip of this week, Say What, I don't know if I'm gonna re-upload it or take it out. I think I might just do another one. It's cool. But there was a clip in there where there was an employee at a drive-through window who got into it with somebody at the drive-through, and they snatched her out the window. They literally snatched her out the window to the ground, and she bust out crying. It was really, really like crazy. But they were getting into it, and she was telling them, "Come on, what you want to do? What you want to do?" Well, they snatched her down. So then you have this incident. Florida Burger King employee arrested after allegedly shooting at drive-through customer who threw mayo at her. So apparently, a witness told police that he overheard a verbal dispute between Hicks and the customer who allegedly threw mayonnaise at Hicks before the shooting. Police said the customer began to drive off, at which point Hicks went to her car, grabbed a gun, then fired 5 rounds at the car as the man drove away. He was making faces at her through the car window out here in the road, and that's when he pulled in here, and that just set her off. She started jumping up and down, ran outside, and started shooting at him. He took off after that, and then she got in her car and followed him. Officials said Hicks subsequently fled the scene in her own car before she was later arrested after police found the vehicle abandoned a mile from her home. After discovering Hicks' car, authorities found the gun in the vehicle floorboard. Hicks faces a charge for discharging a firearm in public after being held in jail overnight on a $1,000 bond. Burger King says, "We are horrified to learn the events that unfolded at this location. This is unacceptable behavior, does not align with our brand values of safety and security. Our franchisee is cooperating with local authorities as this remains an ongoing investigation. We aren't able to share additional details at this time." Now, why would you go and just risk your all? I mean, I got to take it back. The man, let's talk about, let's break this down. The man comes to the drive-through, start, taunting her or whatever he was doing. Then at the end of it, throws mayo on her and drives off. She gets into her car, grabs the gun, starts firing rounds at him as he drives off, hops in her car and follows him. Now, did the action warrant the response? I don't know if I would have went to my car about the mayo, about the gun, but I know I would have probably threw some water or some ice on him. You know what I'm saying? I think I would have met him there. I think this went to the point where now that you probably won't be able to go back to work. Now, I'm walking very lightly because I understand somebody spit on me, I might go to my car and get a gun. So that's why I'm saying it's really fine. Mayo, spit, yeah. So I don't know. But $1,000 bond. She got a charge for discharging a firearm in public. I'm sure she's gonna lose her job. She abandoned her car. I don't understand why you abandoned your car. The crime has happened already. But I thought this was interesting how, again, we watched on the last one, the guy who went to the job interview and decides he wants to rape the interviewer. Now we have her, one stroke of a luck, the man is taunting her, throwing faces at her, and now she loses her damn job. I don't think it's worth it. I'm being honest, as a grown-ass man at this point in my life, knowing that I got a lot of issues and shit, I don't think that situation was worth it. And you a black woman too. I just don't think it's a slippery slope. So I don't know. What do you all think about somebody throwing some mayo on you? Florida, what in Bizarro? Y'all leave Bizarro alone. YouTube is calling us aliens. What? No. They platform is, now I can see how many people in my chat. This is crazy. Wow. I wonder if it's my Wi-Fi. I think that didn't deserve a gun, but he would have caught hands and feet. That's what I'm saying. Like, we got to think about that shit. Like, in all these stories today, y'all, and then the last story is for, I love my ladies of the ladies of News Crew, but the last story is definitely for my fellas. It's specifically my gay fellas, my gay guys. I always have stories for everything, but this is a story for us to pay attention to. So please stay tuned to the last story of today. And if you got something to do and you got to come back, we start doing the last story around 8:16, 8:20, going towards 8:30. So if you got to double back and come back, I'm fine with it. I'll be here, but it's definitely a story for us. COVID has people on I wish you would status. It did have me on that at the early point, but at this point I've dwindled out. So she's definitely, like, I guess she is on her thing. All right. So this next story, it hit last night, and it's really, really a sad story. So there's a reporter who was out doing her job, and she was struck by some gunfire and lost her life. A reporter killed in shooting that editor had later called to cover for local newspaper. And beautiful woman. And it's so sad, so let me read more about this story here. It's so sad that this happened to her. And I was reading, I'm like, damn, you don't expect to be doing, should I do the video? Maybe I should play just the video for you all. Yeah, let me share this video, and then I'll come back with my commentary.
If you're buzzed and doing this to make yourself feel okay to drive,
really? You're gonna give me an ad though.
We start off tonight with 5 people shot in Norfolk. It happened on Brandy Street. 2 of those people shot already
This is
dead
so
tonight.
sad.
10 on your side's Michelle Wolf joins us live. Michelle, what are you learning about 2 of those victims?
Well, John, this really could have been anybody. This is such a busy area here. Granby Street, downtown Norfolk, people always out and about. 25-year-old Devin Harris and 25-year-old Sierra Jenkins died from their injuries. I spoke to Sierra's grandmother just a few hours ago. She showed me photos of Sierra throughout her life, and she is absolutely heartbroken. Norfolk police tell us the gunfire started just before 2 o'clock this morning at the 300 block of Granby Street in downtown Norfolk. 5 people shot. You can see the bullet holes in nearby businesses that were struck. Sierra Jenkins was caught in the crossfire. Jenkins was a reporter for the Virginian Pilot and Daily Press and has been since 2019. Many of us here at Wavy crossed paths with her on stories. She was always positive, upbeat, and kind. Her grandmother tells us she was a highly motivated, intelligent young woman and is still processing how this could have happened. She didn't want to show her face on camera, instead showing us photos of her granddaughter throughout her life.
Oh my God. Why? Why? It's so senseless. I want them to know that she was ready to do everything she could to change the world.
Virginia Governor Glenn Youngkin even tweeted out his
It's an
condolences
extremely
today.
sad story.
It's unclear at this point if Norfolk police have a
So she early Saturday morning, she was actually called to cover a story for the Pilot in the Daily Press, and while doing so, she was caught in the crossfire of a shooting in downtown Norfolk. She was leaving around the Chichos and Pizza backstage in Norfolk, and an argument erupted outside the restaurant around 1:30 a.m. Multiple reports of gunshots. They found Jenkins with injuries that were life-threatening. She was rushed to the hospital where she was later pronounced dead. Jenkins was contacted by her editor to cover the incident because she was on a breaking news shift. When he didn't hear back, we called in another reporter, and that's when they discovered that Sierra was one of the victims. Another victim, identified as 25-year-old Devon Harris, was pronounced dead at the scene as well. There is currently no current information for the suspect as homicide detectives continue to investigate the fatal shooting. After earning her bachelor's degrees in journalism from Georgia State University in 2019, she was an intern at Atlanta Magazine and CNN before joining the Pilot in Norfolk. I'm sorry. Wow. This is just a very sad story. A woman with a bright potential, bright future. What's sad about it is that she was out. She was actually being called to cover what's going on, this story. And when she didn't answer the phone, they got into contact with somebody else, and come to find out you are the story. That has got to be one hell of a way to be in your career. Rest in peace, Sierra Jenkins, and my condolences to you and your family. I know this has got to be a horrible time. It's so fucking sad. You send people out into the world to be the best that they can be, and you have, bystanders who can just change the hell out of that in any given moment. So again, she was a beautiful woman. May you rest in peace. Hopefully they'll find a nice way to resurrect her. He could have hurt her. Yeah. Are you talking about the reporter? That's so sad. It is, and it's very heartbreaking. It really is. It really is. Yeah. And so again, no suspect has been found. Hopefully by next week, the suspect has been apprehended, and we'll be talking about the update on that. But yeah, I'll keep you posted on that. All right. Now, this next story is, where is number 5? Okay, so this next story is all kind of weird. I posted it on my community wall. Breakfast Club had talked about it as well. But here's the actual story about what happened. So a dog was left at an animal shelter by owners who thought he might be gay. Like, it makes no sense. So let me explain this story. So a dog named Fesco was dumped at an animal shelter in North Carolina by his former owners because they thought he was gay after he humped another male canine. Fesco, who is an unknown breed and either 4 or 5 years old, is currently being held at Stanley County Animal Protective Services as he awaits to find a new home. The ASPCA considers thrusting to be a normal behavior exhibited by most dogs. The act of humping isn't limited to other dogs and can be extended to other animals, people, and even nearly objects, such as a dog, bed, or toy. There are instances where a dog will become aroused and excited when meeting a new person or dog for the first time and respond by mounting them. So applications for Fesco are already flooding in. After all, who wouldn't welcome a dog in their home that has been described as equally friendly with people and animals? But that shit was the weirdest shit ever. Now, who even points out their dogs' sexuality to the point where let me go drop my dog off. My dog's gay. I'm glad you just dropped him off in general because you motherfuckers didn't need a dog. You looking at him, your dog humping another dog. Do you not know that biologically they do know that they can't get that dog? Like there's no, that doesn't, it's not gonna happen. My dog has humped other dogs and dogs have humped him and he's neutered. So he's not doing nothing. And when other dogs hump him, he'd be ready to jab. So it's a part of their dog nature. Like literally, again, this moment of a opportunity, you turn it into a big fucking deal. You should have went and got training. Like this is really embarrassing. And I hope you never get a dog again. I hope nobody ever gives you a dog again. Look your name up in the system, turning your dog in because they're gay. Are you crazy? Lord, let them not have no gay kids. Baby, you already know. I mean, good morning, Shantae. Good morning. Good morning. Oh my God, is it crack? It must be crack. He's a gay dog. Ignorance. It gotta be. It has to be. Good morning. It has to be. So I was listening to Breakfast Club and listening to Charlamagne the God talk about that, and I'm like, yeah, at least he had hit it on the nail on the head with that one. Now, this next story, we're going to go a little bit deeper, medium light. So there was an unarmed video shows a white cop tased an unarmed black man after he asked to speak with supervisor during traffic stop. And so I have a little bit of video footage of this to show you all before I proceed with my commentary. So I want to let you all see this. It may be a little bit disturbing for you all, but it is shown on YouTube. So I think the video may be okay. And let me know if you can see it.
He said he pulled me over for a traffic stop and he's gonna tase me. You can't do that, officer, because I called for your supervisor. I have my license. What is the reason I'm getting? I didn't refuse. I haven't refused. I asked to speak to your supervisor. Sir, I feel uncomfortable. Please get your supervisor.
I don't give a shit what you touch me. I said get out.
Please stop it. Why are you being like this? Is this how y'all really are? Please stop. This is all on tape. Please stop.
Get out of the car.
Please don't hurt me. Why are
get
you
out.
doing this? No, sir.
I'm telling you, get out.
I'm telling you that this is not lawful. Oh my God, that's not lawful, sir.
Get out.
That's not lawful.
Get out.
And there we have it. So this
will be safe. Get out.
He said he pulled me over for a traffic stop and he's gonna tase me.
I'm sorry.
You can't do that, officer, because I called for your supervisor. I have my license.
Sorry, I was playing the game. So in this video, the guy, Delane Gordon, was pulled over for a traffic stop by a white police officer and was tased when he asked to speak with the cop supervisor. So apparently what happened was Gordon was making a DoorDash delivery. He was doing his job, making a DoorDash delivery on March 10th when he was pulled over by an officer in Collegedale, Tennessee. He was informed by the yet unidentified officer that he was speeding. Gordon repeatedly asked to speak with his supervisor, by which point the cop had pulled out his taser, ordered him to get out of the vehicle. Gordon refused, and around this point is when the graphic video begins. Gordon can be seen holding out his license as he sits in the car, and the officer yells, "Get out." Gordon replied, "You can't do that, officer, because I called for your supervisor. I have my license." Despite the clear displaying of identification, the cop replied, "You're refused to give your information. I told you to get out the car. Now you're resisting." Gordon calmly said he felt uncomfortable, to which the officer responded, "I don't give a fuck what you feel like. I said get out." He attempted to pull Gordon out of the car, then deployed his taser. Now, this happened on March 10th, but the lawyer felt compelled to share this video on March 18th in order to spark a national conversation and raise awareness regarding the interaction. The attorney added that questioning an officer shouldn't be met with an immediate escalation. It shouldn't be met with an officer interpreting that exchange as a challenge to his authority. Throughout the incident and was charged with resisting arrest and obstruction of justice. The Hamilton County District Attorney's Office requested an investigation into the March 10th traffic stop. Although the details of the stop were not disclosed at the time, we anticipate a release of the full body camera video and an internal affairs report as soon as those investigations are closed. Sounds like they want to do a cover up to me. Now that is horrible. Yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah, my it's horrible on my end too. When I tell y'all comments is sometime I can see them, it's right now telling me I got 0 folks in here. Then I don't know if it's my Wi-Fi. I'm just literally playing it like y'all in and y'all out. But I appreciate y'all for being here and sticking with me. This is a rough one. We're gonna have some ain't gonna be great, but this is a rough one. We're gonna stick it out. I apologize. I'll chop it up and do some little videos and put it back on the channel for y'all. Thank you for sticking it out with me. I really do appreciate it. And I know this happens to some of the content creators. They YouTube and they StreamYard be tripping. So I ain't no different. Mine's tripping too. But I appreciate y'all for sticking it out with me. I'm sorry, Stiggs girl. I had to exit out of your live and I couldn't get back in. I could see the chat, but it was showing as if you weren't live. That's exactly what it's showing. It's showing that I'm not live. I don't know if the connection between StreamYard and YouTube is lagging or not, but yeah. It's just a mess, but it is what it is. It's what the name, I'm sure of it. You talking about the crack that the man was using, the reporter? So my thoughts on this was, if that man did not release the video on March 18th, if he did not come out with this video, this would have been swept under the rug. And if there was any type of internal affairs investigation, it wouldn't have been public or wouldn't have been handled with such scrutiny as it's going to be handled with now. So what I want people to start doing, and what I think is so important for us to start doing, is record shit. Get that shit on your phone. You know what I'm saying? Take a picture. Sometimes a picture can tell 1,000 words. You know, if you can't really sit there and do a video, get some audio. You know, anytime you have interactions with anyone, it could be a black police officer and he's doing you wrong. It could be a white person, but anytime you are faced with an interaction with somebody who is in a position of authority over you and you feel like you are being, you know, chastised or not treated fairly, you have a right to begin recording and documenting evidence and gathering stuff, even if it's a little note. 9:41 a.m. X, Y, and Z happened. You now have a record. It's a written record of something happening. You can always go back to that. So I'm really glad that he decided, this black man doing his job, pulled his camera out and recorded this incident. You know, I'm glad that he did that. Nothing leads me to believe that he was in the wrong or he should lose his job. I think the police officer, and a lot of police officers, you know, they have this air about them that, you know, I'm an authority figure. If I ask you to get out or something, you're not supposed to know your rights. You're not supposed to know any of that. You're just supposed to do what I say. And I think a lot of times, you know, given that people have this presumption, black people are uneducated when it comes to law, the fact that you're questioning me, who the fuck do you think you are? It comes off as if that, but times are changing. And you know, people are beginning to wake up and, you know, share with what, you know, reach back and share with each other, like, yo, that ain't how it goes. So keep your ears to the ground, always keep record, you know. And I always say, people who do like Uber driving and DoorDash, get you a dash cam. They're only like $25 on Amazon, and it'll come with a USB cord you can stick into like your outlet. And when you got something going on, turn it on. You never know when that might be the one thing that saves your life, or at least provides, you know, a record, you know, for your future. So it sucks that this happened to this guy, and it sucks that, you know, who wants to be shamed in public like this? You know, I had this incident happen to me, and you're tased, and, you know, but you had to do what you had to do, but it's just embarrassing. So sucks for him. Just wanted you to be aware. Yeah, it's bad this morning. They said Boris and then was going to start some cyber. Oh, you know what? Biden did announce that Russia was going to be doing some cyber war, and that any day now we could be potentially seeing that. He did just make that announcement. I think that was like 9 hours ago when I saw it. Let me y'all just leave me a be. They could be blocking airways. I don't know. I'm not. You're right though. I'm serious. Like, this is a really, really interesting one. So I'll keep my eyes and ears to this story so we can see what else happens to this officer. They haven't identified him. They haven't released his name or anything. Sounds like he's going to be protected. All right. So this next story is deeply, deeply sad. This man was wrongfully convicted in Kansas and spent 23 years in prison. Okay, 23 years in prison. So he's suing for 93 million, but it's way more to this story. So check this out. It's really, really deep and complex. The mother ended up getting caught up in it.
A lawsuit for a local man wrongly imprisoned for more than 20 years, now moving closer to its day in court. Lamont McIntyre filed a lawsuit 4 years ago. KSH 41 News reporter Andres Gutierrez brings us up to speed.
We now know Lamont McIntyre and his mother Rosie are seeking at least $100 million from the unified government of Wyandotte County and the Kansas City, Kansas Police Department to right a wrong. Lamont was 17 years old when he was sentenced to life in prison for a 1994 double murder he didn't commit.
17,
he
y'all.
served 23 years behind bars before getting exonerated in October 2017. The McIntyres claim KCK police detective Roger Golubski framed Lamont because Rosie refused the detective's sexual advances. Attorneys for Lamont and Rosie wrote in a pretrial order filed Thursday that Golubski preyed on black women for years, and he, quote, used his badge to protect the guilty, frame the innocent, and serve his personal agenda. They also allege KCKPD top brass knew about Golubski's misconduct but didn't stop him before he retired. Attorneys for the UG and police department denied the allegations, and that in court, quote, Roger Golubski will contend that he was a good cop and detective, that he cared about the community he served, particularly the African-American community, and that he sought to hold dirty cops accountable. In seeking damages, the McIntyres lay out how the overall experience has caused them pain and suffering, as well as PTSD. Attorneys for the unified government plan to ask the judge to move the trial out of KCK to Wichita because of all the media attention. The jury trial is set to begin on November 7th. Reporting in Kansas City, Kansas, Andres Gutierrez, KSHB 41 News.
All kind of wrong. And to know that this was something that happened to him in 1990. He was convicted, this man spent 23 years in jail because his mother didn't want to have sex with a prosecutor in the 90s. And so this prosecutor framed her son for a murder. He got life. Now he's finally exonerated, and they're suing and going to court, and this is crazy as hell to me. The mother is also suing the man for $100,000. So the mother herself is seeking 30 million because she's accusing the prosecutor of coercing her into having sex with him. And then framing
wrongly in prison for more than 20 years, now moving closer to its day in court. Lamont McIntyre filed a
So he coerced her into having sex with him and then framing her son after she rejected him later on. He's also alleged to have abused several black women, which they say the department was aware of, with 73 women initialing pretrial orders. He was an officer from 1975 through 2010, and he has denied the allegations. So the state of Kansas awarded him 1.5 million and a certificate of innocence in 2020, 3 years after he left prison. And his lawsuit indicates he suffers from post-traumatic stress disorder. His mother suffers from post-traumatic stress disorder as well. McIntyre was 17 when he was arrested for the murders. After investigators issued no search warrants and took him in after 19 minutes of interviewing. A gun was also never recovered in the murders, and testimony shows a lack of thorough and forensic investigation. This comes after just a month after Jay-Z's team, Rock, penned a letter to the Justice Department and urged for an investigation into the Kansas City Police, calling for a pattern of practice investigation into systemic police misconduct. The letter cited significant evidence of depraved acts by the police department. That is some shit. So it's clearly some signs of misconduct here in this neighborhood. Kansas City Police, all kind of craziness. So, but the mother did have sex with him. She was coerced into having sex with him. After he framed her son for something, and he still ended up getting time for it. And so she's suing. He was awarded 1.5 million and a certificate of innocence after he was released. Like, that's gonna mean something. I mean, this man probably don't even know how to use a cell phone, let alone what the fuck an internet is. Like, there's so much rehabilitating you have to do for people who are ex-offenders, even if they were falsely accused. So just giving him 1.5 million is cute. That's cute. You know what I'm saying? But that to me is not nearly enough. So he's suing, and I hope they settle and it's something towards, the close to the 93 million. But I the mother part of the story is just leaving me just really, really interesting. I'm just finding it like, how did you meet him? How did that happen? Were you in trouble? Did you reach out to him? Like, it's so crazy to me how these situations come about and people find themselves. Now, they did say he is known for preying on black women. So that could also pay into how they came about. I don't know, but I hope this man gets all the money, all the dollar bills that he can get in this wrongful conviction in Kansas City. All right, so this next story, I think we talked about it before, but we finally got some updates. So a former co-worker who killed a black man on a camping trip will not face charges. Victims' families say they're not surprised. Now let's talk about why the victims' families say they're not surprised. Some background about this story, in case you don't remember, was let's see. Spencer's pregnant fiance dropped him off, and that's the lady in the picture that you see. She dropped him off for what was supposed to be a fun camping experience with a friend. She didn't know that it would be the last time she would see him. The 29-year-old Jamaican expat had been invited to the getaway trip by his former co-worker along the Allegheny River in Rockland Township. Spencer was living in Pittsburgh at the time and working in construction. It said that he didn't know the other attendees, and he was the only black person there, including his coworker. They were all white. So the group was having a good time. Images were captured from the event that was posted to social media. And then hours later, after this, after a visit to the waterfall and an off-road excursion, Spencer would be found dead by the police, face down on the front lawn of a cabin and shot 9 times. Now, what happened? Well, according to his friend who invited him there, his coworker, no one was under the influence of any narcotics at the time. They found multiple firearms at the location, and so what they're saying happened is that there was some ingesting of mushrooms, in that At White, the coworker admitted there had been no previous history of drugs attached to Spencer, going as far as to say that Spencer told the other campers he'd never taken psychedelic drugs before. A toxicology report revealed a hallucinogen that is said to cause panic attacks and psychosis. The effects of a hallucinogen are similar to LSD and last for hours. So the shooter admitted to ingesting mushrooms, which were said to have contained psilocin that day. Spencer began acting crazy. You know, the guy who was killed, the black man, began acting crazy, White said during the press conference. Investigators concluded the 29-year-old was shooting his AK-47 assault rifle into the sky. And they said he became angry and erratic, and then he decided to point the gun at his coworker. And that's when the coworker thought he was in danger and fired 9 shots into Spencer, into his chest. Now, the mother still says she has questions about this whole entire incident. She's like, they said Peter was going crazy and shooting at people in the crowd. And she's like, well, nobody got hurt, but he is shot and killed, dead. Nobody else got hurt but him. The fiance said when she dropped him off at the cabin, Spencer taking any guns, she didn't notice him taking any guns with him at all. But the coworker says the AR-15 was purchased by her. So all in all, the allegations were against the coworker were dismissed. The family met with Alan met with the family to walk them through their decision to not classify the death as a hate crime, but the details of the investigation were not shared with the press. Federal hate crime charges could still be filed, though that decision will rest solely on the U.S. Attorney for the Western District of Pennsylvania, who's held the office since November 2021. So the family is planning their own press conference later this week to give more details about what has happened to their child. It's a little bit sad how this, like, it's so weird. So the wife drops him off. They're partying. They introduce mushrooms to the group. Everybody ingests mushrooms. No one knows how anyone who will react to these mushrooms, especially if we've never been around each other before. I would, hell no, I'm not taking no mushrooms. And I want to be vigilant and alert. You bitches can. I'm not. So apparently they took these mushrooms, and he allegedly started playing with a gun and shooting it off in the air. And then at some point, he pointed the gun to his coworker, and then they began firing shots at him, going off crazy. And he's the only one who was shot and killed. I'm with the family. I feel like there's still some more details here that we're missing. Who introduced, I still want to know who introduced the drugs. How was it introduced? Did he say no, he didn't want any? They said they found the psilocin in his system, the drug. So I have a lot of questions about this story. The wife said that he didn't take any guns. So where did the gun come from? Who gave him the gun to fire it off? And there was we had no camera footage, but we got footage of them having a good time, but no video footage of anything else. So there's a lot of questions left. I'm going to watch the press conference that they host this week to see if there's any details that, come out that make me also go, where were the signs? So I'll stay tuned on this story. I hate StreamYard today. StreamYard, y'all just suck so much. I can't see my chat, and it says 0 people here. This is just the worst. This is a bad one for me today, y'all. Man, I'm just rolling. If y'all in the chat are saying anything, I'm so sorry. It's just I can't see nothing. Now, literally, the last comment that I got on my on my screen is not Boris in them. It's crazy, yo. So I'm sorry. I have to go back and watch it afterwards. Because even on my phone, when I go to it, it says that my live is still not up yet. Anyways, all right, let me keep, and the show must go on. All right, so that was the camping trip gone wrong. So I'll keep you tuned to this. I'm going to watch the press conference, and I'll keep you all posted on any updates that may come out of that. Now, this weird story. A TikToker decides to move into his office, his cubicle, and live rent free. So he went viral earlier this month with a video titled "Check Out My New Apartment." And so it shows the 28-year-old inside an office. He unpacks his belongings and places them in cabinets and desks and drawers. He can be overheard saying, "I'm moving from my apartment into my cubicle at work. They do not pay me enough to do both. So as a matter of protest, I am just going to live at my job and we'll see how long I can get away with this." So he continued to provide updates throughout the following days and took some time to answer frequently asked questions about his office stay. He showed off his sleeping quarters, his stash of food and protein supplements, as well as the rolls of fabric he uses for his romper business. He reassured reassured his followers that he wouldn't, that the office didn't have security cameras and wasn't worried about any legal repercussions. And so he's like, nothing that I'm doing is technically unlawful. It's just frowned upon. We got towels and we got showers. Come on now. I thought this out, baby. And so let me play this video for y'all to see how this man was living in his cubicle trying to get over. Yo, dust bucket. Dust bucket.
I mean, a couple people said this. Squatting is unlawful, and nothing I'm doing is technically unlawful. It's just frowned upon. In the second building, we have a men's shower in the bathroom. Okay, we got towels, and we got 2 showers. Come on now. I thought this out, baby.
You didn't think it out well enough. Hold on. I want y'all to see how it looked when it's set up with a whole bunch of shit in it. Just tacky yacky. All right, look at this.
This is me taking all of my belongings from multiple bags and unpacking them. I'm moving from my apartment into my cubicle at work. They do not pay me enough to do both. So as a matter of protest, I'm just going to live at my job. And we'll see how long I can get away with this. This is me.
Yeah, so y'all know that shit wasn't gonna fly. So once the job got wind of this, they gave him an ultimatum: get your shit out the office and go somewhere else, or you're gonna lose your job. And so he decided that because after he, got 60,000 views and 200,000 views, and then he got 1 million views, that he decided that it was better for him to just go ahead and take this on daytime. So he said he had ran into 3 coworkers at his stay, but they all appear unfazed by his cubicle living quarters. That wasn't the case for the HR department, who presented him with an ultimatum after he went viral. And he had to also delete the videos or get fired. So he decided to bounce. I wish my former employer approached the TikToks differently and maybe had a conversation with me about whether there was something more serious going on in terms of money. But do I understand their response? 100%. I'll take the opportunity to get away from the corporate world. I've gotten so many views now, so maybe I can take that and work on building my brand. I can always find another job if that doesn't work out. Jackson said he is now living in an Airbnb. Wow. I mean, the things people do for fame, like, that's crazy. So he had a full-time job, a steady paycheck, and because the pandemic has forced people to work from home, he decided they don't pay me enough to do my job at my house too, so I need to go and live there. And knowing that was like a unsanitary decision, on amongst many other decisions, he decides to bounce, take the job, not take the job. They gave him an ultimatum. He fucked the job to go live in Airbnb for having 1 million views on TikTok. Like, that does not translate to me success. Like, that to me doesn't say, oh shit, I done made it. Are you kidding me? Like, that's embarrassing. And now let's just go one step further, sir. Your name is out here. you know, when you go apply for another job, because you probably will like want to apply for a job in the short term. Let's just say the short term. They're gonna Google your name and see that you moved into your employer. Like, if for anything, you'll have to continuously explain this all over again. Well, it was just so you really have to be in this. I'm hoping you got money saved up and this is your really good thing, but I could never, not me. First of all, I'm not moving in no hospital building. That's just not happening. This is not happening. And second of all, you're fired on site. You're not moving a suitcase in without people looking like, no, what, Roman, what's going on here? So this just reminds me of these people doing the weirdest shit at their jobs and losing it. And somebody said it earlier in the chat, the COVID is affecting people's way to think. And I think you are absolutely right. All right. And maybe I need to refresh my computer. Refresh my screen again so I can, if y'all don't mind, just bear with me. I'm just going to refresh it real quick so I can see the chat, because it's just crazy just talking to myself and not. Why are you giving me the grief? Oh, I see it. Why don't he just purchase a teeny house? Hey, good morning, Shipro Brown. Good morning. Good morning. Hey, and I live in PA. I know how they get down out here. Oh, so they get down, right? They recorded everything, but him acting crazy. Right. Okay. Hey, good morning, teacher. Good morning to you. Now they got him out there to play the most dangerous game, winning him his prey. Exactly. Tornado in New Orleans. We're roaming live. Hey, I'm in the DC area. This was wrong and I'm angry. It was completely wrong. Oh, good morning, y'all. Okay, the news crew is in here. Okay, all right. I just didn't see y'all. Good morning, just a Southern Belle. I'm sorry, I didn't see y'all. Because he couldn't get the black cat. I don't want to call the wrong name and think, oh, okay, all right, good. Okay, I see y'all. Oh, yes, baby. All right, now I feel much better. All right. Please stand by. Please like, share. Thank you. No one cares. Thank you. All right. We was on the crazy story. We was on the TikTok. He loses his job. Some man loses his job to now be living in an Airbnb. What a way to go. Now, this next story is funny. Is hell. Can you imagine living at home with your elderly grandparent, right? And in the minute of a moment, y'all interaction changes your life forever. Check this out right here. This shit had me. I was laughing. So, a South Dakota man sentenced to jail after his mother accidentally served his weed brownies at a senior center. So, here's what happened. He went to Colorado on a trip, right? And while he was on in Colorado, he bought some butter, some wheat butter that you put in food to make. So he came back home and he made some brownies and I guess left them on the counter and went to bed. Well, his mother came in and took the brownies to her senior center and gave them to the folks at the center. Baby, them senior citizens had the worst reactions ever. Some folks passed out. People were hallucinating. they were adverse to their medicine. And so come to find out, she had got the brownies. The brownies were the contaminated, and she got the brownies from him. And so he ended up having to confess and turn himself in, all because of how this impacted. So he recently he's been ordered to spend 60 days in jail after pleading guilty to a felony drug charge. He'll have to complete 2 years of probation and pay more than $3,400 in court costs and restitution. He has to write an apology letter to the seniors who got sick from eating weed brownies. But here's the worst part, you all, of it all. This wasn't a bad man at all. He recently had to resign from his role as a music teacher at the Bonham School District because he didn't intend for anyone to eat the pot-infused brownies his mother accidentally brought to the senior center. He says, "I'm really sorry. This impacted so many in the community, and I'm sorry for that. So many people got sick, and that wasn't my intention for that to happen." As previously reported, he was arrested on January 5th for possession of a controlled substance after police received several calls about possible poisonings at the Tabor Community Center. And after speaking with several of the affected seniors, they had all eaten brownies brought by Michael's mother, Irene. She admitted to law enforcement that he brought, the butter and stuff, a 1 pound of butter. And 1 pound of THC butter, for people who don't do THC, that's deadly. So them people was in there all twitching, all up. So but the crazy part of this is he has to put on his record now as a felon. Like, there's no more teaching gigs for you. You might as well move to Colorado, go from South Dakota to Colorado. You might as well change it all. But this one moment in his life changed his everything. Like, everything. Who would have expected that? Like, that's some really sad and fucked up shit. Like, I mean, I saw the story and I said, damn, yo, all you had to do was take them brownies upstairs and put them in your room. Get you a Tupperware container. Get you a good one. One of them good, like the ones I got. Get a good one that'll clamp down and keep everything in moist. What's wrong with you? No, I'm surprised your mom wasn't high. That's what I'm shocked about. Good morning, Miss Jones. How you doing? I don't know why people think they won't get caught while posting to social media. Yeah. It's the weirdest thing. And first of all, the employees that walked past you and saw you and was unfazed by it, nasty. You're nasty. You nasty. That's nasty. Ain't no way we gonna be cubicle buddies. We next to each other. And you got your rag and socks and shit over there. And I'm supposed to be sitting here cool. In the world of COVID, boy, if you don't get, it would have been cute for a day. I'd have let him ride for a day. Like, oh, this shit is, you funny, dog. Day 2 and 3, I'm getting a little uncomfortable knowing that you've been, your juices and bodily functions is over there. Like, that's a bit much. And then what about the cleaning crew? So I'm glad that they got rid of him. He didn't need to be there at all. Period. See, mama had no business doing. That's the thing. That's what I said. Here she go, try to be nice. We go just take these brownies. Can you imagine a senior citizen center full of people all on weed brownies? I would have loved to see that. The family members were all mad because people had bad reactions. I would have loved to see that. I didn't get any notifications this morning. Yeah, Miss Jones, it's not. I'm having issues. I think we all be having these StreamYard issues, and so today's my day for the StreamYard issue. So, I'm sorry, and my chat going in and out. So, like right now, it says I got 0 folks in the chat, and then the comments go in and out. So I'll be having to refresh. This is just this is it. This is one of them days. I'm glad you're here, though. I'm glad you found it and you made it. I really do appreciate it. I do. He didn't make those for you. Give me your hands. He should have took them upstairs. I could only imagine. Now, I was thinking about mom. I was at home. My aunt, would she touch my brownies or anything like that? She don't even eat. She likes Splenda. So that's the extent of dessert she like Jell-O is too sweet for her. I'm like, she like, make no, those rice cakes, that's too sweet for her. Like, that stuff is too sweet for her. So I know she not touching no brownies, and she don't like chocolate. So they'd have been safe in my home. The old folks' home was lit that day. I would have loved it. Bitches was probably getting cursed out. Get the fuck off me. I told, get the fuck off me, bitch. I'd have loved it. I would have loved it. Baby, I would have loved it. I'd have been in there. You don't want your medicine today? I don't want shit. Okay. I would have loved it. I'm sorry. It's not funny, but that's why I said, I read it and I said, get out of here. Get out of here. It's crazy today. It's a crazy one for us today. At least it was only can of butter, but like that one teacher that put her man's juices in the kids' cupcakes. Every time I think about that shit, I go back to the students and the families who made statements in court that day when they were being sentenced. And it's not funny at all. But some of the statements was, you tried to take my life, but you can't. And I kept thinking, like, damn, that must have been severe if you ate a laced cupcake with semen on it and your remark is you try to take my life. That must have been severe. That like people must have really thought about killing themselves. Like, I can't live no more. So I can only imagine. Like, I was reading them like, damn, these kids, these folks, it was some parent, mostly it was parents saying these things. Then you had a couple of kids make some statements because at the time they got older. So they didn't have a lot of the younger kids make statements. So like some parents was like, you tried to ruin my child's life, and one child got up there, you tried to take my life. And I'm saying like, damn, wow. So that cupcake thing is serious. You're right. I should have been volunteering that day. Oh, baby. That would have been so funny. I'm telling you. So I saw him, I think, on some show, and the building he lived in was actually one of the company's second buildings, and I don't think it hardly had anyone there. Who? Oh, the TikTok guy? Oh, so it was an empty building. Like during the pandemic, it was an empty building. So he just figured he was gonna move in on the empty building. That don't make no sense. I mean, logically, as a 34-year-old man, to be funny or not, to want to go viral or not, I don't think that's funny at all. And he doesn't give me like he's, well, I ain't gonna say he's not slow, but he didn't give me like he moves at a very fast pace. Hey Shay, good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Yes, okay. Good morning. That I'm sorry, y'all. I did not want to laugh at that because it was still wrong. But to know that it affected you that deeply, like, whoa. Now I know it'll affect me deeply. Hell yeah. That's the thing. You don't want to know that it happened. And then when you find out it happened, that's when the emotions come in, like, bitch. you just forced yourself on me. You almost feel like touched and you didn't want to be touched. All right. So now we finna get to this sad story. Baby, this one right here, the fuck is wrong with people? So this young man, let me see if I can get the, all right, there we go. Here we go. All right. So this young man, a white couple is accused of killing a man because he was black, and a California district attorney says. So Maurice Peoples was looking forward to lunch with his son, Justin Peoples, last week, but they didn't get to share that meal because Justin was murdered the night before in what a California district attorney is calling a hate crime. Justin, who was black, was shot once and stabbed multiple times at a Chevron gas station in Tracy, over 50 miles outside of San Francisco, around 9 p.m. on March 15th. And so these are the two that have been arrested as suspects. Christina Lynn Garner and Jeremy Wayne Jones were arraigned on murder charges Friday with a special circumstance alleging the victim was intentionally killed because of his race, color, religion, nationality, or country of origin. A third defendant, Christopher D'Amico, was also arraigned on accessory charges. So it's unclear what led up to this incident, but what they're saying is Justin Peoples, the young man, didn't know either of them. The interaction at the gas station was brief, unprovoked, and a senseless act of violence. Through surveillance video from the gas station, authorities were able to identify the suspects along with their car's license plate. Based on what we've observed, based on the past history of the involved parties, we believe we can make this special circumstance of a hate crime and take it all the way to the trial. So on parts of their arms are the words white and pride, and it can be seen. And so when you put them together, it says it together. And here's what their arms show: white pride. And so that's what they also is, a lot of evidence which has led them to believe that this was a hate crime. A close-up of another shot of their arm shows a symbol that's commonly associated with white supremacy groups. He was released, Jones, the guy, not let me make sure, Jones, he was released from parole on March 1st, but they didn't elaborate further on his convictions or anything like that. So Justin, let me put his picture back up here because he deserves all the shine. Justin leaves behind a 2-year-old and 11-year-old child, his father told CNN Tuesday, and one sister and 4 brothers, along with extended family who are still processing their loss. He had a beautiful smile, a heart of a lion. I don't understand that hate we have in this world nowadays. The hate some people can have in their heart to want to stab somebody and shoot them because of the color of their skin. Justin graduated from Edison High School and Delta College and has served in the U.S. Navy. He played football and basketball and was always willing to help others with their algebra homework. The morning he was killed, the father and son were exchanging text messages about Justin's desire to buy a home. The two decided to get together for lunch the following day to talk about those plans further. But the last memory Maurice has of his son is a text of him saying, "I'll see you tomorrow, son. I love you." Whew. So sad. So sad. They didn't know him. He didn't know him. He had a gas station. And, we don't have really too much of what they see in the surveillance footage, but it's clear that on the surveillance footage, there was an altercation. Very quick, very brief. He was stabbed and shot. And then they left. And they also said there was a third person, and that was an accessory. So as an accessory, I don't know if he, baited him with the conversation for other folks to come over, for the 2 others to come over and attack him. So we don't know yet. We still are getting more details about this, but it's so sad, so senseless. Rest in peace, Justin Peoples. My condolences to your father, Maurice Peoples, and your children, your siblings, your mom. It's really, really sad. And all because of the color of your skin. So like I say, we have a lot of different hate crimes going on in America. And it's just as much as we see an uptick in those that are, deemed towards Asian Americans, we still have hate crimes positioned heavily towards Black Americans. So that's why sometimes I'm always like, yeah, we see it, but we still have our own struggles that we face. That could have been me. That could have been anybody that we know just at a gas station filling up. And because of the color of our skin and because of the hate in your heart, because of your lack of knowledge, you decide to attack me. So, yeah, this is a very sad story. And I wanted to bring it to the forefront and let everyone know to be mindful, always be vigilant, always watch your surroundings. And when you're in a part of town that you may not know, share your location. Hey, do what I do sometimes. I'll be, when my guy friend be out doing his thing, all across the country or whatever, the phone might be on and I might just hear him, but he just in the background. It's just like it's almost like, what you doing, we got to protect each other. We really, really do. So here we go with the comments. All right. I'm gonna keep going. I know y'all got something to say about that, but my comments unloading, and I'm trying not to get irritated today with this, but this is really taking me out. I don't understand it. All right, so the next story is Audreona Barnes. Now, this is a really, really, really sad story. Really sad story. So Audreona Barnes was reported missing in July of last year. And she was recently found in her boyfriend's home on a balcony under a pile of clothes. So man arrested after girlfriend found dead on balcony nearly 8 months after her disappearance. So let's get into this story. So an Ohio man is under arrest after the body of a woman who disappeared last summer was found on a balcony in suburban Cleveland. Authorities arrested Benny Washington, 39, for the murder of his girlfriend, Audreona Barnes, Saturday, according to police. Police say a house cleaner found Barnes' body at Washington's former Warrensville Heights apartment on Thursday following Washington's March 11th eviction. The 18-year-old Barnes, who disappeared from the area in July 11th, was found underneath a pile of blankets and clothes on the apartment's balcony. A medical examiner determined she died from a gunshot wound to the head. This is so sad. Audreona Barnes disappeared on July 30th following a visit to a local U.S. Army recruiting officer and was last seen at a gas station not far from where she was found. Barnes called her family at 2:30 p.m. on the day of her disappearance. Barnes' mother told News that her daughter had hoped to serve her country. The last time I talked to Audreona was the 30th of July. We actually had plans together. It was plans for the whole family. Later on that night, she sent a text message to my boyfriend asking for a ride, but that didn't seem like it came from her. And that was the last time anyone had heard or spoken to her. The last place I know she was at was her boyfriend's house. So concerns began to grow when Barnes' phone was turned off. The mother explained to the local outlet. Relatives also said she left her shoes and clothes at home and had no money. Police attempted to speak with Washington earlier in the investigation, but Washington, the boyfriend, Benny Washington, decided not to cooperate. My partner and I, the mother and her boyfriend, the neighbor, my partner and I walked up and introduced ourselves to him, and he blew up on us. I hate police. So basically, he was attacking my partner. He eventually asked for an attorney and just walked away and went into his building. Now, get this shit out, y'all. Okay? Because there go my co-host. I'm always asking, where were the signs, right? So in 2019, Benny Washington was charged with allegedly raping a 3-year-old girl at a West Side home. The child's grandmother alerted authorities to the alleged rape after the girl told her grandmother what had happened. He's also convicted of shooting a woman in the back in 2010 over a $40 cocaine debt, for which he was sentenced to 7 years in prison. Rest in peace, Audreona Barnes. Sorry to hear. So this is very, very sad. The last conversation that anyone had with her was her mother, and having plans for her to come over to see the family around July 30th. During that same time, she had also met with the recruiters, the U.S. Navy, U.S. Army recruiters, and they dropped her back off at the home. Now, the U.S. Army recruiters said, hey, she could have walked off somewhere else. We don't know if she went into the house. So that's where they sort of left that. But knowing that the boyfriend never wanted to cooperate, and that there was this weird text message that the mother saying, hey, can you pick me up? I need a ride. That sounded not like her. Something definitely was up with this man here. And to know it took an eviction for this body to be found. It had been sitting on your balcony under some clothes, decomposing for we don't know how long. Still waiting on the autopsy report for that. You trifling ass man. That's so trifling. I don't know. Any the thoughts that go to my mind. How many other people would have came in that house and just like nothing happened? There was no smells. I'm sure you had it outside portion of the balcony, so it was easy to conceal. Like she's just a piece of clothes, pile of clothes over there. Something's wrong with your soul. And then I look at your picture, and the remorse for me goes away. I mean, you definitely had it bad, had it rough, and have it rough. My God. So I will stay tuned to this story. I will definitely keep you all updated on any new details that come out from this story surrounding the death of Audreona Barnes. Rest in peace, Audreona, and my condolences to your family, your mother, any siblings that you may have had. And I hope this man gets the time he deserves. Yeah. All right. It's so sucky day. All right. Let's keep going on. All right. So the next story is, I posted this on my community wall. And this was regarding the police sergeant who strangled to death his friend because he told her he loved her. So it's a little bit weird because I didn't get the sense that she ever told this man that there was going to ever be something. But let me read some more details about this story. So a witness in so this happened back in Valentine's Day in 2020. This trial is just now going on, and so we're getting details now more about what is going on. So a witness who took the stand during the murder trial of a Georgia student testified the suspect fatally strangled the female victim after he got angry because she laughed when he professed his love for her. Prosecutors said they believe the fatal incident happened on Valentine's Day in 2020. The victim, identified as 23-year-old Anitra Gunn, was a student at Fort Valley State University. She was reported missing days before her body was located in a wooded area at Crawford County. Authorities later arrested and charged her boyfriend, DeMarcus Little, for her murder. Little served as a sergeant in the Army and was posted at Fort Gordon. Little's friend, Javon Abron, took the stand to testify against him this week. Abron told jurors Little admitted to killing Gunn after he became furious. Abron testified that during a February 16th conversation, Little informed him that he had professed his love for Gunn on Valentine's Day, but Little said Gunn responded by laughing at him. Little told Abron that he didn't know what happened afterward as he blacked out and struck her. He also revealed he subsequently strangled her, adding that he ultimately yielded after she initially tried defending herself. Little also told Abron that he believed it was the victim's desire to go home to be with her mom. I had to get rid of her, is what he said. He then led Abron to the location of her body. The two later got rid of a car bumper Little had retrieved from the crime scene. Abron had also faced charges, including tampering with the evidence and making false statements to the police. Abron's testimony also came in the wake of the prosecution reading text messages between the suspect and the victim in court. The messages in question were allegedly threatening and manipulative. Little was on Tuesday found guilty of murdering Gunn. He was sentenced to life in prison without the possibility of parole. Damn, G. She couldn't even tell you no. Like, she couldn't, like, it's funny to me. Like, so it's your girlfriend. You're in a relationship. You profess your love for her. That's why I said I was confused. How are you in a relationship? Was she your girlfriend, or is that what people are supposed to believe? Is that what you told her? I don't know. But whatever the case may be, you tell her you love her and she laughs and you black out. Dog. Like, this is crazy as hell. So what else has she done leading up to this that you didn't like and you responded differently? Like, had she, I don't know, because if she'd have laughed, that made me think that she felt okay, like you wouldn't have done nothing. So what about this? Somebody said it in the comments of this post I put on my wall, rejection is a bitch. And I absolutely think rejection played a part in this, but I also think it could have been something else. Like, I don't know if he may have felt like she was cheating on him or she never liked him or something else played a factor in his mind, which that question should have served as a confirmation for her love for him, and it didn't, and it triggered that and everything else, because that couldn't just be a trigger. It had to trigger something. Like, you blacked out. Rest in peace. Rest in peace. Condolences to her family. This should have never happened this way at all. You should have definitely chose a different route. The guy who helped you, dispose of her body and stuff like that, I have no remorse for him at all. At all. Finding a bumper from the crime scene to remove that and stuff like that, all of that to me is just bullshit. I'm glad to know that he's getting life in jail, which is where he needs to be. I mean, I feel you, baby. I feel you, my Noki Noki. I see you. I see you. that's exactly where he needs to be. So I'll stay. I mean, that's an end to this story. There's nothing else to follow on this one. That's a wrap. All right, now the last story, because I'm feeling really uncomfortable today, you all. It's just really, really weird. I don't see nothing. I just feel like I'm talking, so I'm just gonna wrap it up, and then I'm gonna chop these up into videos, and I'm gonna upload them so that you all can see them, because this is a crazy one this morning. Is that this happened back in January, but a TikTok star killed by his boyfriend over a video game argument. And so I wanted to sort of talk about, this senseless act of violence. So the sheriff's office said deputies responded to a home in Pontiac after receiving a call that a fight had happened between Watkins and his boyfriend Teasley. Watkins informed police Teasley was on the couch sleeping, but the deputies who responded to the scene said Teasley was unconscious and not breathing when they found him. He was later pronounced dead at the scene. Officials said the argument between the couple started while they were playing a video game called Overwatch. Watkins allegedly strangled Teasley to death in the course of their argument. And so Watkins, who has since been arrested, is being held without bond on a second-degree murder charge. Teasley, who was a popular TikTok star who was known for sharing comedy and dance videos on the social media platform, he went by the TikTok handle 2Pump for TV and reportedly had 200,000 followers. His videos had also been viewed millions of times at the time of his killing. And so I normally always share stories about, domestic violence between a man and a woman, or, domestic violence between, either children or their parents. But I wanted to also talk about domestic violence that also plagues the LGBTQ communities. Eli, sit down. Sit down. You're going to stop jumping on me with the nails. So I also wanted to talk about domestic violence that plagues the LGBTQ communities. Now, in a lot of different stories that I read about this situation, apparently the TikToker was playing a video game, and on that video game, it allows you to cheat. And so there have been some cheating going on in this relationship, and an argument ensued, and this man strangled him to death. Now, do I think there may have been domestic violence going on in a relationship? I do. I definitely do think that there have been other signs of, emotional, verbal, maybe even physical abuse. Having to understand, like, men, dominance in men and men on men relationships, already there's a level of dominance. Both are trying to assert in their own respects. And then there are certain perspectives of what I find to be disrespectful and what you find to be disrespectful. So it's always a fine line that you have to walk, and you never know when somebody's going to snap on you. So it's always difficult, but you'll be very, very surprised to know how many guys go through domestic violence. You'd be very, very surprised. And so this one just happened in his life. I don't think he expected his life to be, gone so soon. I don't think anybody expects their life to be gone so soon, but I don't think no one expected this, and not at the hands of his boyfriend, who had also been featured on some of his TikTok videos and some of his TikTok images. So it was just a sad story to me, and it happened back in January, and I just got wind of it a couple of hours ago, and I said, oh, this is interesting. And so if you've never heard of him, his name is Rory Teasley. I went and caught a couple of videos. They were funny, but it made it even more funnier knowing that, it's in celebration of someone. So that is all I have today, you all. I want to thank you all again. I want to thank my moderators. Thank you so much for sticking it out. I want to thank the members for coming through like you always do, and I appreciate you. Okay. And I want to thank all the subscribers and those who are in the sky watching and catching it out. Today was a rough one. I started with a live already scheduled, and I had to delete that one because StreamYard wouldn't let me. Like, I was clicking live, go live on this end, but it never showed up as if it being live. So I deleted that one and I started this one, and it's doing the same thing. And as I'm in here, it's barely like I can see, I don't know why this thing is saying 0 folks here. And then like my comment box is stuck. So it's just been a really, really weird one, but they say this happens. So I got to figure out how. I have to learn how to use YouTube the regular way without StreamYard. So if this happens again, I can always flip back out. You live and you learn. I'm learning my lessons that I didn't know. But I'm grateful that you all stuck it out with me and we're here. So like I said, I'm gonna chop up a couple of these videos, maybe a couple, maybe 3 of from this live, and then I'll upload them to YouTube. At least the content and the messaging will still be there, even if I decide to like take this one down, because I don't know if it's recording live or not. I don't know what's going on. Let me see if I can even see it on my phone. YouTube. Oh, now I can see it. Hey y'all, I see y'all in the chat. Hey, Hot Spicy Tea, thank you. Oh, let me mute this. Hey y'all, I see it. He will not survive the beat in the beef sect the way folks drag and call other folks ugly. Meanwhile, they look like a tragic spam. Who are you talking about? Maybe I should read top down. Okay. Good morning. Hey, Shay. I'm usually in the clouds. It's okay. It's okay. Good morning. Good morning. Thank you all. I appreciate you all. They took a science project that escaped. So sad. Very sad. Yeah, that camping trip one. Good morning, Kayleen. Good morning to you. What, 8 months after? Yes, no one cares. 8 months after disappearing. 8 months after disappearing. She's been sitting on a balcony outside this man's place. Crazy. Hey, y'all in here. Thank you. Thank you. Hey, Dovey. Good to see you. But they say the gays are the creeps and the creeps are the straights. Look at him, a face only a mother can love. Ladies, stop dating bums. That man had a habit, because they said that he had shot a woman in the back for a $40 cocaine debt. I didn't know it was that serious. I didn't know it was that serious, Hope it's working better Friday. Oh, I'm gonna probably go and try it tonight or something. I'm gonna figure it out because I don't like this. I got to figure out what is it. Is it something I'm doing? Is it my Wi-Fi? Do I need to relocate in another room? I don't know. Thank you, Hot Spicy Tea. I appreciate you for rolling through. I wish can I highlight your comment here? No, I can't. Yes, no one cares. Thank you. This message is held for review. Okay. Nobody smelled the decomposing body. Shay, that's the thing. That's what I assumed, that somebody would have smelled it. That's why I said, well, this lets me believe that nobody came walking around your place, because, nobody smelled her body decaying like that. You know what I mean? Like, nobody smelled that. And then it took for you to be evicted. And then once you're evicted and now your cleaning lady is coming through and she uncovers it, like, all kind of questions raised in my head. Like, whoa, okay. And maybe let me take it one step further. We know how these balconies are built on high rises. We aren't that, crazy. So the high rise above you and beneath you and next to you, nobody smelt it when they went on their balcony. I know I would have got a whiff. I'd have been looking at Eli like, I know now what's going on. So it's just really, really strange. It's very strange, and it's almost like there was almost nothing that anyone could have done, because they said they saw a bullet hole. They found the bullet casings next to her body. They also found a bullet hole outside of the wall in the apartment. So of course she was probably murdered there. And over 8 months, I'm sure he's had time to clean it up. So it's still very tragic. Oh, I hate this. I have to do it right here. Good morning, Ron. Would you like to participate in the live-a-thon on Sunday? I have them opening. Oh, what's the live-a-thon? What you doing? Hey, Dobby, what you doing? What you doing? Let me know. Morning, Uma. I thank y'all for being here with me, baby. This was an interesting one this morning. Like I ain't know it was gonna give me like this. Still gonna rock with y'all. Still gonna chop it up. Still gonna do it. Upload. Oh, so if you didn't catch the beginning, the last video that I put out, I had to delete and remove because I told you that I had uploaded it on Sunday. And I didn't realize that YouTube kept blocking it. And so in my mind, I kept thinking like, what the freak? So I would go in and I would pull out clips that I thought it was blocking. It was none of those clips that I was blocking that it pulled out. So when I uploaded it this last time and pulled all those clips out, for some reason, YouTube let it go through. Then they finally caught on the manual robot and they blocked and snatched that video down. When I uploaded it under age restriction because I know that video part of the grandmother being attacked by her grandbabies was going to be very sensitive, especially for YouTube, because it's kids, in a position. And that's exactly the video that they pulled down, and gave me a warning. And they basically told me like, it's a video and it's portraying children in a way that is vulnerable. And so, and now am I gonna upload the video and take that out? I'm probably not gonna do that again. I gotta figure out restructure out with that because the first video was fine and it had, what it had. So I gotta figure out how to do this in a way that doesn't, I don't want no other issues. So but it's cute. I'm thinking maybe that might be something for another platform, like maybe a TikTok or something like that, because I'm trying to branch out to other platforms and stuff like that too, and not Bigo, but like Twitch or not Patreon, because I went and looked at that. That's another place to just create. You have to create content. So why would you take content from YouTube to put over there on Patreon? I just come over here on YouTube and watch it. I was thinking about like maybe a blog or something, like having a actual site that like I can have written, I can type blog entries and you all can just follow day to day, like just different shit. I could talk, I want to do it a little bit differently. Like I have a blog right now that I keep that has been with me since 2016, and it's got all kind of stuff on it. Let me put the link down here. You all go check it out. It's from a long time ago. But that's where my media world started, when I was doing stuff with Revolt TV and all of that good stuff. Oh, damn, I can't even put it. I'm gonna put this in the comments. Y'all let me know if y'all see it or not. Y'all let me know if y'all see it. I just dropped it. Let's see. When a person says they love you to death, believe what they say. Yes, we did. No one cared. We still rocked out. Thank you. I appreciate you. When a person says they love you to death, believe what they say. I mean, should you take that as a good thing or a bad thing? Good morning, Queen Diva. Good morning, Tracy M. Good morning to you. Shay, yeah, that woman snatched through the fast food place was like shocking and wow. Incredible. Wait, Shay, that lady snatched through the drive-thru window was hilarious as hell to me. But nothing topped the Red Lobster video. Baby, that Red Lobster, that lady went in there and she said, I told you I did not like that woman. Why are you let's go. And he walked out like, oh, I'm in trouble. So it is crazy. It was crazy. What else did we have on there? The bank door falling on the woman. I don't know. Maybe I should upload it again and just take out all of that other stuff. It's just be a lot of work, y'all, the editing and stuff. It'd be like, damn, I'm gonna do it again. That door falling on that door falling on the woman was the craziest to me. And then here you got the other woman walking over. Like, don't you get over here and try to help me, please, Keita. Keita. It was bad because the lady cried, and that was the worst thing ever. She cried. Thank you, Tristan Bell. I appreciate you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Roman Keita was a hot mess. A hot mess. Good morning to you. Thank you too. I appreciate it. Red Lobster was funny as hell. That shit was funny as hell. That took me. And then the protester who kicked the woman in the face, I said, now he was really trying to kick her phone down from recording him, right? Hauled off and kicked that lady in her face, baby. I couldn't breathe. I said, now damn it. Talk about being at your job and you just get knocked out. That's how I felt about the lady who got snatched out the drive-through window. And all you could hear is her crying on the ground. Ah! And them in the car, close the door, let's go. And it's like, at this point, you might as well wait. This lady is seriously hurt. First of all, it ain't that much space between your car and the drive-through window. So if you snatched her out the window, where did she go? That's what I kept saying. I'm like, well, where is she at? Is she in the car? Because y'all snatched her. She got a collar snatch. You know how you grab somebody by the collar? She got one of them just pulled right out. Like, damn, baby. And then the other one that was also, I'm sure, was heavily offensive was the students throwing that chair at that teacher. Now, that to me is the worst version of a student in a school. How in the world could you throw throw a whole freaking chair at your teacher? Now, mind you, you've been with him for about 20 plus weeks at this school. Like, there's been some emotional connection, whether I like you or not. I care for you as a human being. So to physically pick this up and throw it at your teacher, this man gashing in blood, I felt so bad for him. That could be anybody, uncle, dad, mom, pop. I mean, pop, I felt bad for the man. And then he just started, he started taking chairs and throwing them at everybody else. And he did what he had to do. And do I think no, he had to protect himself. These kids are big and unruly. The girl, though, it was a one boy who initiated. He was expelled. I know that for a fact. But at the same time, that would make me change my whole career, y'all. I literally would rethink what I'm doing. Like, okay, maybe I need to be a homeschool teacher. Oh, Shay, thank you. Damn. I'm about to refresh my screen real quick. Give me a second. I can't. We back, and I got comments. Okay, all right. Shay, thank you so much. That video you shared was the bomb. Great job. Except the grandma, that was too sad to watch. Yeah, you know what? Do you think I should just take out the grandma and take out the teacher getting hit and then just re-upload it? I'm just scared that if I upload it again, they're gonna think that I'm on the same thing. I don't know, but I definitely. It was some good clips in there, and I'm telling you, I'll be seeing these clips on. Like, I just saw another clip yesterday. Like, oh, I gotta put this in the next one. I'll be seeing these clips, and I'll be thinking like, it's this one clip. Like, oh, so in the one that I just put up, you saw how it was an accident within the accident. So it was literally a car crash that happened, and now everybody's in their apartment complexes coming outside because they want to see what's happening. And this drunk girl decides to jump off her balcony. And lands on the ground. You can call call the police. Shit, they're on the way now. I mean, they're already on the way. It's a car crash. They got two now. What was she thinking? I'm like, is it so much to not walk down the stairs nowadays, people? Is it too much to just take the fucking stairs? Like, now she has probably chipped teeth and a broken nose because she wanted to see a finished car accident. It wasn't like it had clearly the accident had happened. People were just waiting for police, nothing new to see. It was no bodies or nothing. So what was you trying? Like, you just fucked your whole infrastructure up, your facial infrastructure. For that, you lost your mind. You lost your mind. Oh, good. I can see these comments. Thank you, God. Okay, that would be great. Think about it. A lot of new content creators and all content creators is a great meeting. Everyone will get subscribers and you'll get your 15-minute video for Google. Okay. When is it? Let me know. So he needs the pause put on him so extra for no reason, right? I know, right? That poor teacher bleeding and all. It was so sad, Shay. It was really sad. And now that's why when we go back to the other story about Coach Miller, who was, they're thinking about suspending him because he restrained the teacher. You flop positions. You understand why these teachers are restraining these students. Because if you don't restrain them, you're going to find yourself in a position where somebody's going to throw a chair at you. That was crazy. Good morning, everybody. Hit the like and subscribe. Thank you, Dovey. Hey, Dovey, so you're saying that you're having something on your channel on Sunday. I'll just come over on Sunday. I know Sassy is live on Sunday too, the Sassy show. So I'm gonna bounce between the two. I'll be over there. The parents need to be held liable. Y'all not raising them right and leaving them unchecked and sending them out into the world just thinking that it's okay. Thank you, no one cares. I appreciate you. Yes, take the grandma out to watch abuse of the other was too hard to watch. Okay, I could do that. I know, right? Fell off the balcony. She fell off the balcony. Bad thing. When you dead, I don't love you no more. That's why I will love you to death. She was being nosy and tipped over. Yes, she was. And then everybody looking at her, and now she embarrassed on the ground, like just out there embarrassed. Then I have like mad other videos. I had one video I was going to include in there, y'all. Literally a road rage scene gone wrong. So now these two drivers bumped each other. The driver in the car who bumped the other person gets out to want to fight that person, right? As this person gets out, all of their money falls on the ground, but it's like coins and dollars and shit. They don't care. Now these two people are going at it in the street. The old homeless woman, she over there politely and carefully picking up every single coin. All you can cars are coming. She just over there looking at the fight. The man come over and start picking him up for himself, and she's grabbing where he picking him up. I'm like, well, damn, fuck the fight. This woman is coming up. At least she got a roll of toilet paper and a bottle of water for the day. She good. Like the crazy shit people do. The koala bear one was also funny to me. I just thank God that some people are comfortable in native environment, in like environments, like in the like environments, because I'm already in the jungle, and then a whole sloth jumps out on me. I'm talking about pissed, shitted. Everything would have happened. Out of every way, I'd have just been there. I don't know why you attacking me? What you coming up on me for? So I thought that was cute. And the father was trying to console his son. So I thought that was cute. What other videos was on there? The protester, we talked about that, and the girl getting pulled through the window. That was just miserable. Everybody dropped down. Now, baby, did y'all see everybody drop down? Baby, do you hear me? All he would have had to say was everybody, and I would have been gone. I'm not playing in Walmart. Everybody dropped down. I'm not playing. That was hilarious to me. Apparently, the dude and the guy who brought a gun had got into some argument, and the guy said he was going to his car to get his thing because the guy who was still standing there and told him, like, yo, I'm carrying, leave me alone, going with that shit. I'm not trying to argue with you. So the dude trying to be big, bad, and tough, well, I'm gonna go to my car and get my shit. So he goes to his car, and as we see him walking back up to the dude. Now, what you say? Did you see dude knock his? I said, you better eat him up. Dude went right down. And then everybody dropped down. Everybody dropped down. dude who had the gun, I saw him taking off. He walked off. I said, see, this is why I said, y'all niggas ain't got no guns. Y'all out here running y'all miles. Y'all sitting here, y'all ain't about that about. Y'all not about that life. But I tell you one thing, he knocked the shit out of that dude. And I was wondering, like, the person who was filming, I kept saying, well, damn, when we gonna get out the store? Because I'm feeling like I'm with the cameraman. I'm saying, like, well, baby, when we gonna make our exit? Are we going to the back? Are you going to the front? What are you doing? I would have snatched the TV or something. Okay, let me listen. I'm not trying to put nobody on Front Street, but I had a friend. Yeah, we're gonna call him a friend. Was in a Walmart and with a cousin, both of them. And I think you know who I'm talking about. And I guess it was a fight going on, and the Walmart told everybody to get out. And she was at the point of checking out. She said she rolled that whole cart out. I said, "Did you like pay for everything?" No. I said, "I can't believe it. I would have ran out." But people do that shit. In this instance, if I was in a line and they said everybody drop down, like if it was like a Snickers, a Kit Kat bar, or Pepsi, I'm running out with it. I don't know how I feel about running out in a whole TV though. How we gonna do that? How we gonna do that without getting caught? I can see me dropping it. Go open the car up. Go open the car. I'm gonna run down the street. Just catch me. How we gonna do that? Yep. Knocked him to the ground. The save face. The other guy said, "Drop down." You know he was in bed. He was. He ain't had no gun. Something dropped. Everybody drop down. And everybody looking because they already kind of got the vibe, like, but you know, I'd have definitely, you saw the employees ain't waste no fucking time. They were out. The employees said, "No, you ain't got to tell me no more." Good morning, Southern Belle. Good morning to you. Good morning. Good morning. Rolled the whole car out. She did. She did. And I remember her telling me, I said, "Okay, this is nice." Cause guys. What else was on there? So we did that video. We did the Red Lobster. We did what was the last video? Oh, that was a teacher versus student. Yeah, ain't like I ain't got no cards on it. Oh, I had so many other videos to show. This is the videos I didn't show. Damn, girl, stanky, girl tag gas thing. So then there was these two people fighting at a gas station. The girl done pulled the whole damn fuel pump thing out the thing, off the thing, and trying to fight the girl with the gas knob. So she walking around the gas station swinging it. I said, "Honey," she just throwing oil all on the girl. I said, "This is the hood fight for real." I was gonna put that on, but I said I'll save that for another one. I was trying to balance out the fights and the other stuff. You know, I'm really trying to make it a good thing. And once I get the ingredients, the algorithm, all of that down pat, it'll be a good little thing. And I'm gonna try to throw in some good ones, like the one where the dad found his son after a year, what was it, 9 years in the stint. I thought that was so precious. I even still go back and look at that because those moments, those are always cherishable moments. It reminds you you're human. Here we go. I know it says 0. All right, y'all. Well, I hope you all have a great Wednesday. Shay, thank you so much for your support. I really do appreciate it. I appreciate you always. No one cares. Thank you for moderating and being a great, holding a conversation with me and stuff like that. I appreciate you. And to know you are like, you holding this down, doing it. I haven't sent you no message or nothing yet. And you just like, you just doing it. So I appreciate you. I love it. I love it. And Dovey, let me know what time to come over and I'll come over. Definitely. I appreciate you for coming through. Thank you again, Shay. I appreciate it. And Tristan Bell, thank you for sharing. Shantae, thank you for being in the building, and everybody else that came through. Definitely hit the like button on your way out. I'm gonna probably go figure out what's going on with my freaking StreamYard and this thing. This is a doozy. Now it seems like it's want to act right. Like now I can see I have 26 people in the room and my chat is acting right. Sunday, I'm setting you at 9 a.m. Everyone is coming to your channel. Oh, to join you, to subscribe and share your video. Then we will leave. Go to the next person at 10. Oh, this is cute. Sunday. Oh, Sunday morning. I don't know. What other time slots do you have? What's the last time slot? Can I get a? I don't want to be during the Holy Spirit. Like I just can't be during the hours of Bible time. No, Dovey, don't do me like that, baby. Put me down. Put me after 1. I could do 10 minutes if you need me in between someone, but I can't because I know I'm probably gonna be in a whole different mindset, and people gonna be, come on, Dovey. They said get out. Okay. No, thank you. You all are, and I'm gonna re-upload that video and just take out the other stuff because why not? Dovey is so crazy. All weapons available, sir. Gas hoses and all. I'm telling you, do I got it on my phone? The video. I said, this is crazy. No, she did not. Just take out the whole gas pump. Oh no, it's not on this phone. Can you see it? No. All right, I'm just going to have to upload it. All right, you all. Thank you for being here. Let me get out of here. Stop bullshit. You all have a good one. Look for some uploads. Also, y'all are definitely the ish niche. Thank you so much for watching the videos and hitting a like. I feel it. Yo, I saw the upload from my last live and I said, damn, it's got like 300 views and like y'all like this. So thank you. And it was just an upload from the live, but I appreciate it. Even if it's getting the algorithm, I'm attributing it to y'all. Thank you. So yeah, y'all keep checking out the uploads. I appreciate it. I definitely feel it. I'll be like, shit, I can't wait. It's definitely like we have a core. I was counting yesterday when I put out Say What. It's like a core group of like 40 people who get the notifications and click on the video because it lets you know in the hour time frame how many people saw your video, got the notification. And I started noticing. So it's like 30 to 40 people, they get the uploads. And so like they'll click on the upload. So I just want to say thank you to you all. I appreciate it. And know that whenever it drops, it's coming directly from me with you all in mind. So I'll be thinking about like, they're gonna think this is funny or they gonna like this, because we build in sort of a content relationship. Like we're building on how this works. So check it out. You might the title might not pull you in, but just know that whatever I'm creating or putting together, I have you in mind because I'm thinking about what my subscribers be like. Oh shoot, Roman, what you talking about? And y'all kind of know I like the crime, I like the celebrity, I like the, what's the real tea. So always know that I'm putting something together where it's like, I'm questioning something. I got a question. So take it like that. And if I ever, if there's some celebrity news that's popping and I'm not live or I missed it, go hit that community wall up. I'm dropping stories and stuff all the time. I'm sharing other folks' videos who might have that content because I'm not stingy when it comes to the news. If we're going to be the news crew, that means we got to have the news, whether it's from me or anybody else. So that just means I want us to be well informed. So maybe somebody else who might hit a topic and I don't, at least when we get together to talk about it, now y'all got some history on it and I got some history on it. So that's how I feel about it. So definitely check the community wall out. I'm loving the support. Today was definitely a testament of the support. Like you all stuck around and I had a horrible start this morning with this thing crazy, even though I was prepared and ready to go. I just, sometimes StreamYard act like this. And so I want to thank you all for that too, because y'all could have easily been like, all right, dude, deuces. So thank you. I appreciate it a lot. Y'all be okay. Leave me a comment on my community wall. Thank you, and you have a great. Okay, Dobie, I'm gonna go through. Dobie, I will subscribe. See you Sunday. Okay, Shay. All right, yeah, I'm gonna put it on the community wall. Don't forget about me, King Romo. We need to do a Friday Saturday night. Yes, Southern Belle. Oh, yes. And if you want to do it on your channel or whatever, yes, I'm gonna hit you back channel. We gonna definitely do something. Definitely. I'm always down for that. Okay, because I think me and you be having the same kind of stories we be interested in. I'll be looking at you, I'll be like, look at this. Now, ain't this some shit? And Miss V, go check out these channels that I'll be putting on the community wall. I don't be just sharing them because, oh, this is my friend, let me just share. Hell no, I'll be sharing because I'll be like, look at this story, look at this topic, look at what's going on. I want you all to feel like the content is not bullshit in your face. Like I'm sharing stuff that even I'm looking at. Like I'm not just, hey y'all, go look at this, get the views up. No, I want you all to actually be engaged in the content, because also the community wall helps me build my content. So if you don't notice, I post like videos of other celebrity gossip news or topics, and then I'll put my video in between that, so you can get a real feel for sort of how I'm trying to build my channel and build it amongst these other highly celebrated channels who do some of the same things. So it's sort of like, if you want to be with them, you got to sort of, do a proper placement. So even when I share, people I know, like other YouTube content creators, I always try to mix it up with stuff that makes their content look as polished and poised and professional. So I try to make it, Breakfast Club is doing this person is doing this, Mob Radio is doing this, Impressive is doing this, you is doing this. So you know what I mean? So it looks good. It ain't a whole bunch of this, that. No, it's very strategic. A lot of times it's timed out. Like I have a schedule for like today. I got 4 different things scheduled throughout the day. It may look like I'm sitting there posting up, but I done did it and thought about it. Especially the ones that are hashtag news crew. Those are hashtag news crew because some of them I've already been planned and put out, and it's like something I may want to talk about in the future. So I'm saying, hey, news crew, go check that one out because we're going to definitely talk about it in the future. So it's strategic. I definitely try to be very strategic with the wall. You're very supportive. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Yep. Regardless of if it's returned or not, because I believe in karma, there always comes a day when the tables are turned, and I just love to wait. Just sit and wait. It doesn't mean I'm gonna be an asshole. I just like to acknowledge that the tables have turned. So I just be patient, just sit, I never want to be a bad person. I never want to put that energy out. And you watch those who do, and just take note. And you'll see the way they live their lives, We do got some things coming up too. I'm not gonna pop it out. Hey there. But I've realized that I can't even talk about my channel and things that are coming on my channel and shit, because people are just dick tip suckers. It's like, you can't say shit, and here you go. This is what the fuck. So lips are sealed. News crew, y'all gonna see when shit comes off and when stuff goes out. Good morning, Black Swan. Good morning to you. Phone was acting funny. We'll be watching. Yeah, it's all so stupid and crazy. We thank you, Roman. You rock, and your moderators rock. Thank you, Shay. Yes. Subscribe to Southern Belle is definitely dope. While you were talking to me, if you let me know about it and tell me which way we can work together. All right. See you later, Hot Spicy Tea. See you all later. Thank you, Caitlin. Thank you for a stress-free place to come and have my coffee and bagel. Oh, that sounds good. What kind of bagel? Everything bagel, raisin bagel, and you have a good day too. Roman, we love you. Spur the moment. Yes, so it's like get the popcorn because Roman is on. Okay, that's exactly what's gonna be happening. I'm just gonna pop up, and I told you what I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna start going live when I see somebody else go live. I'm just, oh, you live? Let me just go live. I'm gonna talk about something else. I'm gonna talk about. I might pull up a fucking shopping article. We might be talking about, y'all, what y'all think about this? Literally just on some bonding and growing type stuff. I'm not pressured anymore. I feel this is cool. Yes, Ms. Doggy, I will email you. Roman, I believe we all sow seeds daily, whether they are good or bad. We are sowing seeds daily. We better be mindful and sow good seeds. Kayleen, listen. Kayleen, okay. That's me, 2:30. Yes, Dovey, I'm down for it. You now 2:30 is perfect. That's after brunch. I got a little juice in my system. I might have something to talk about. So I got to have a topic to talk about. Okay. All right. So news crew, I'm gonna definitely need you all on Sunday, 2:30. Come through. Come through. Come through. Good morning, Voodoo. Thank you for coming through. I'm sorry for the crazy live if you catch the replay, but it's just a little janky today. This is my first StreamYard won't let me in kind of day. But we in. All right, let me get out of here. All right, you all. Make sure you hit the like button and share, subscribe, all that good stuff. Make sure you check out the community wall. I'm gonna have some people on there. Make sure you be back here Friday, 6:30 a.m. Celebrity news, hot topics, local news, and dropping the link. Friday is all everything day. And then Sunday, Dovey. I'm gonna put some more information about that on my community wall. Dovey, you let me know. Next week, we have a live over at Peace Loves. I think she's gonna have more information about that come. I don't want to jump the gun on that. I'm also I don't even want to say it, but y'all are my people, and I shouldn't feel hard pressed to say this. But let me tell you what people do to me. Every time I say I'm doing something or about to do something or going to do something, do you know these fuckheads go behind the scenes and reach out to that person and cause all kind of bullshit for me? I said it something a couple of weeks ago, and it's just so stupid. So every time it's just stupid, y'all. But anyways, be looking forward to Mr. Ray. That's all I'm gonna say. And you try some fuck shit there and watch what happens. It makes no sense. I don't want to be in nobody else's lane. I don't want to do what you do. If you want to do that, baby, do it. I don't care. Damn, it just be like, I don't want to be in. I'd be like, yo, y'all would not believe somebody literally went behind the scenes to somebody. Oh, are you doing this with this person? And listed all the reasons they shouldn't do it with me and all the reasons they should do something with them. So it's all funny. It's cool. Now I know how it's fucking played. There are no friends like that on YouTube. It's just so stupid. So I keep my mouth closed. Same shit happened with me and Funky Deneva. Now the cat's out the bag. And that shit happened last January. And I couldn't fucking believe it. Somebody would go to the lengths they did to try to harm that relationship. But whatever. It is what it is. That's why it is what it is. You live and you learn. Some shit I just didn't know. Now I know. Rick Reed used to tell me, keep your mouth closed. Don't say nothing. Here I go. I lie about being happy. Well, sounds like jealousy trying to mesh it. Mm-hmm. I'll always be ready. I'll just be behind the scenes like japping. Like, what the fuck? Why people be caring? People be so competitive, and I only got 2,000 subscribers. Like, come on now. You competing with me. I don't even get views. Like, I don't get the views on your level. Like, take me out of your, okay, let me go see what he got on his page. Take me out of that. Say, move me to a non-existent and let me do me. Because I promise you, I don't look at your numbers. I don't go to your channel. I don't be in your chat. I don't think you do good at what you do. None of that shit. So none of what you're doing impacts me at all. And I'm being very, very respectful about this, but none of what you're doing impacts me. And I just wish we'd be able to find let's coexist without you feeling like you have to be competitive with me, because it's like you're competing with the air. I don't see you. I don't feel you. We don't do the same thing. You don't act like me. I don't act like you. You can't give it how I give, even if you got more numbers than me. That shit is whack. And it's only one person in down who know what I'm talking about. And she, please stay in the bushes. Yeah, it is. It is. It's enough room for everyone without playing dirty. Oh, Voodoo. It's just is exactly. It is. It is. And I'm not beating a dead horse. I'm not sad about it. I ain't mad. I'm learning and I get it. That's why I be like, let me shut up, because people don't want you to win because they feel like your win crowds their win or defeats their win. And it's like, I want everybody to win. Shit, your win, I'm different than you. Like, different. Like, even if we were to do the same thing, I'm going to always find a different way to do it than you do. You know what I'm saying? So I don't be trying to compete. Let me see who would I honestly say I'd be competing with down here on YouTube. I'm just gonna be frank and upfront and honest. Who would I say? The Breakfast Club. Their radio show and their topics, you see how they do all topics, celebrity, local. That's what I be competing with. And then they chop up their local topics and then put out a video. I look at their format all the time, and I always be like, this is so dope. They're covering all these topics. And then I'd be happy when we cover topics, and then the next day they'll come out talking about those same topics. That shit excites me. It makes me feel like, okay, this is a good path. This is a good pattern. You're choosing the right topics. You are expressing them in the right way. You're finding the right images to go with these topics. There's more things I could do to make it better, but I think that growth and learning how the technical stuff behind it, choosing the article, what's the catch in the article, right? How far back does this story go? Because I always say if this story chronicles past 2010, I don't want to talk about it. It's too much history there. What law or lesson can be learned? Like, you're not looking at a story like that. You're not. I know you're not, but I am. So that's why I'm never worried about you. I think about all of those things in the story. Then I say, okay, I selected, what is my opinion? Do I have an opinion? And in that opinion, is it open? Is it room for a challenge? Oh, it is. I'm not set in stone on this. Oh, we talking about this, because then now I got a group of people who might say, hey, Roman, yeah, but no. So I'm just be thinking like I'm too busy working on my own shit to be worried about, oh, you gonna do that? Well, then let me try to do this. Oh, you gonna do that? Well, then let me do this. You be like, okay, if that works for you. It's never been my thing in my life. I've never been trying to chase nobody. You know why? Because I believe in hard work. I do believe in that shit. Like, and it's just, I want to just say so much, but like, I'm just fucking wrong. I keep my mouth closed. You're right. I do. Even though, sometimes it may feel as if ignoring certain things may come off to yourself as feeling like you were defeated, but you're not defeated. You're only defeated when you don't ignore it, because then you're accepting that problem. And I'll be telling myself, you're not accepting that problem. You're ignoring it. It's an inner battle, really, in an ego trip. It's an inner battle and an ego trip at the same time. And that's where I have to check myself. Like, first of all, you're ego tripping in a place, in a space that really only benefits you here. Okay, so if the benefits of here are here, why are you ego tripping? These are the benefits of me going live. I had to ask myself, what are the benefits of me having a YouTube channel and going live? Because it isn't the dollars. We made my threshold the last Tuesday, y'all. Threshold is $100. The threshold that I got paid was $181. I said, how in the fuck does this happen like that? How does that happen? How am I reaching a threshold $81 over the threshold? I don't get the views like that, but I see my ad dollars on my uploads. My ad dollars on uploads, y'all, be like between $8 and $12. The Wendy Williams upload is already at $12. The Bad Boys Club is at like $3.22. And I'm just being frank, because it be small dollars, and so I be impressed by that. Impress me. I'll be like, wow, I was telling my friend, I said, bitch, I got paid from YouTube. I couldn't believe it, because I have been getting paid every month, but then I saw my numbers drop, and I said, okay, well, we finna go back to how it used to be. So okay, cool. That's why you started seeing me put content on my page, play music. Like, fuck, we got some time. Let's chill. But then I saw that and I was just amazed. I'm thinking like, well, they really do be watching these videos, and not only are they watching them, they be sitting through the ads. Like, that is crazy to me. The TISA video from back in January got me the biggest check I ever got from YouTube in February. It was crazy. And so it ain't like I don't know what the potential is. I know what the potential can be, but I like my growth. I like this steady pace. I love this steady pace. I love it. And I get to grow with you all. People who ain't really here for me, they get to drop by the wayside as we continue to move. And you can tell, you know, the ones, and I don't expect people to be in every single live because I don't want people to expect me to be in every single live or drop down. You know what I mean? But it's a combination of, you know, you're commenting on videos, you may be sharing videos, you might drop down, you might not drop down, but it's a combination of engagement that I'm beginning to familiarize myself with some of my subscribers more, because it's crazy. Like now I'm starting to can call out names to topics. You know, I'm waiting on Slim Body Benz to finish watching Bad Boys LA so he can give me his opinion. You know, at one point I was like, I'm gonna reach out to other content creators and see if they want to do a Bad Boys LA night review. I said, for what? I got dudes in my, you know, we got dudes in the subscriber base. We can pull it together. I can come together with y'all and say, hey, y'all want to have a night where we just go over some clips and talk about if we were in those situations, what we would have done. I think that'd have been dope. That'd be so dope. You know, it's a cool vibe. I think the ladies over here would be very interested to see what we would say, and even having their opinion. You know what I'm saying? So we could do so much. I'm excited about that. Like I'm not leaning on how to get the hottest CC so I can get the numbers. No, not necessarily. Not necessarily. I much rather do it this way. I would much rather work with somebody who I know knows the channel, know me, they cool. You know what I'm saying? It's comfortable. And especially if you are a subscriber over here and you're looking to build your channel, baby, you are in the right spot because this is a hater-free zone. I'm all about you building your channel. Hell, I told you I'm looking for somebody to take Run It Back. Like, I think that's a new person thing. You can't be an old person doing Run It Back because people won't want to come to people. You know what I'm saying? So I would love to give a new person, hey, take Run It Back and run this shit back. Hey, back. I'm gonna run this shit back. Hey, we back again. I had wrote a whole theme song for that Run It Back show. And then it just was like, people just became, I don't know. It'll still be there. We always got that show. We always got those episodes. Very historic for me in this channel. You know, continuously doing things like that. So if you are a new person and you want to build your channel, please, by all means, you know, you can come up and you can tell me. I'll redirect people that way. Now, knowing that I schedule all my community wall posts most of the time, that don't mean like I'll be posting like every minute. So like if you give me your link and say you want me to share it on there, I queue it up as a schedule and it'll drop. So that's how I do it. Or I'll do it right then and there, but it's not like I'm like literally on YouTube like doing it all the time. I keep YouTube on this phone, which is my personal phone, and I keep YouTube Studio on my work phone. And so I just go between the two. I try to stay off of YouTube, the app, as much as possible. And I try to be on YouTube, the studio, take care of business and stuff like that. But yeah, so we got some good things popping off. Look at Peace Love in the building. Peace Love. I was saying somebody name and I said I'm not even gonna say her name, but I was talking about you. I said she probably the only person know who I'm talking about. Don't make me cut somebody through the computer screen about the shit wrong. Your team here at your back. Thank you. I feel it too. Trust me. I feel the support. And you know what? It's people mad that things have happened and sides were either taken or lines were drawn in the line when it came to me. And I think that has caused harm in relationships with me and those CCs. But it doesn't mean that it's a bad thing. It just means that it was a wake-up call for them as well as a wake-up call for me. It sort of, you know, lets other people know, like, you know, sometimes it was a wake-up call and say that. What's for you is for you. No one can duplicate what you do. They can try, but everyone is different. I really enjoyed the morning news without the rah-rah. Yeah. And you know what? It's crazy because I be wanting to go to a live. Listen, check this out. Before I did the morning show, before I even became like doing the morning show, just when I was doing my For the Culture uploads, I would always be trying to go to a live that I could listen to and just let it play while I'm like either walking downtown with my dog or doing something. And it wasn't beefy. It was just what's going on in the world, give me some updates, some stuff that I didn't know, and sort of was an inspiration why I listened to Breakfast Club and then also like NBC Live News. So I said, how can you and do the same thing? So that was sort of my inspiration, trying to give content that you could just literally put on like a podcast. That's why I said I want to make this a podcast. Baby, I know. Sort of like a podcast so that you can put on and play. I have to get my baby. Me and my husband listen to you. Oh, darling Tiana, thank you. Oh, I appreciate that. Oh, that made my day. Good morning, peace. That's so sweet. That was nice. Thank you. Honest Bro in the building. Honest Bro. Have you watched Bad Boys LA? I did. Yes, I did. And I had them for the longest time ever because my teeth were corroded. It means my teeth were turned all the other way around. Like the front was looking at the back, one was looking to the east, and the other was looking to the west. I had it bad, baby, bad. I would have been beef sector gold. Y'all would have been like, I know he ain't talking, and I'd have been sitting here like, oh my God, I am. Oh, Shay. Keep doing what you're doing, Romy. You're classy, funny, and all that. Shay, thank you. Thank you. Oh my God, I appreciate it. The love is real. I am. It took a minute. It took a minute. And it was some hesitation. It was some scariness. But once I realized what I know now, I'm like, okay, I get it. It don't take me too long to come in and learn the law of the land. And people are going to like you regardless if they like you. Tim Blaine dropped down under one of my videos and left a comment. I was sitting there looking like, no, this is crazy. I didn't think Tim Blaine watched me at all, but he dropped down and he gave us an update. So the Jussie Smollett story we was talking about, he was basically saying that Jussie Smollett isn't the one filing the defamation lawsuit. It's Jussie Smollett's attorneys filing the defamation lawsuit. So he doesn't think Jussie Smollett has anything to do with it. And I said, oh, look at this. And so I was grateful for that. So, and I'm me saying that, like, regardless of if you beefing, if you talking about plants, people who like you will watch you if they want to. They'll drop down if they want to. You cannot be so stuck on trying to, fit and be with everybody, and it was a point where I thought that was how it was going to work, but you all see the realness and you all can spot the fakeness quickly. And I started getting this, be you, be who you are, be you. And I started seeing that and really internalizing that, like, oh, wow. So is it obvious that I'm trying to, be more messier than I really am? And once I realized that it was, I said, let me fall back. And it really was when I had that conversation with Polo. And she was like, why do you think you need to keep doing the beef sector stuff? And I said, because I have beef sector folks in my subscribers base. And how would it look for me to have been working with the beef sector or engaging with them, and then I come to my channel and my content is not beef sector? It looks like you just, you're just trying to be on some milking, stealing subscribers and stuff like that. And so I always felt like I would be indebted to giving you all some content relative to the beef sector if I wasn't going to be messy. And just having her conversation, like, no, you don't owe nobody nothing. People follow you and like you because they like you. If they met you from someone, that's how everybody is that way. You're not that, but it's not just you. Stop feeling like somebody just, oh, woe is me to you. No, everybody got a woe is me story. Everybody got one, so take pride in yours. And it wasn't messy or bad. And I had to internalize that. And once I did, I said, oh, this is my shit. That basically what you're saying is, this is my shit. This is mine. That's what you're saying. And I had that reconnection. I was like, oh, got it. And so ever since there, it's been, my feeling hasn't been amazing. Everything has changed. I've been doing more yeses than nos. Like, yeah, I'll do that. Yeah, I'll do that. Yeah, I'm gonna do that. I don't give a fuck. Yeah, and I'm proud of that. I'm proud of y'all numbers, the views. I'm proud of all of that good stuff. There's not, everything I put out, I'm proud of. I don't care whether you get a like or not like. I'm proud of everything I put out because you don't know the work that goes behind it. And I'm proud, and let me take myself out. I'm proud of all the new folks. I'm proud of, like, Peace Love putting this work in. I see you, Peace. I see you, peace. And you know, I was sitting there yesterday. I was saying, you know, this is exactly, you know, finding out an angle and then working that angle in the beef sector. You ain't got to be messy, but if you got an angle and you know how to penetrate that angle, then that's what you do. And you know, peace, you might have a good angle in these having these conversations with these folks. You know what I'm saying? So keep that up. B, our interview queen. Okay, I see you got something else lined up, V. I'm like, look at this shit. Okay, so I'm proud of you there. You know what I'm saying? And everybody doing their thing. You know, I think it's a beautiful thing for us all Black people just trying to take something else, take lemons and make lemonade out of it. Because you know, we all started out the mud. You know, I remember my first video, 19 views for 2 weeks. I used to go back. I used to say to myself, like, damn, not no one person will come watch it. Oh my God. It's so crazy. I haven't yet, bro. I look at your review. I haven't renewed Zeus yet. Oh, no, don't renew it. Just watch the reviews on Monday. Watch the reviews because I'm going to have clips in them, which Zeus snatched my clip off my channel because I didn't have no commentary in it. And so they snatched it off my channel. But yeah, if you don't want to, I mean, the subscription is $5.99 a month for Zeus. It's monthly, but you can cancel it. I think after the show if you want to. I shouldn't be saying it, but I don't get to drop down or stay in the chat long because I'm working, but I'm always listening. Can't keep doing it. Thank you, Voodoo. And I know that I could feel it because absolutely, when you do drop down. Like I'm not holding that against your heart, and I think your intentions are well too. So thank you. I appreciate it. Starting over from the beginning. Good morning, sexy. Hey, are you ready? Good morning. Bro, everyone has left the beef sector, has thrived. Keep doing you, Lamont music. Thank you. Oh, definitely. Lamone. This is Lamone. Oh my. Good morning, Lamone. Thank you so much. You know, your name came up and then I went over to your channel to see it and I was like, oh wow. Okay. Thank you. We are proud of you, Aroma, your channel. Thank you, Shay. Damn. Okay, I started this feeling bad and shitty. Now I'm finna get off here feeling amazing. Thank you. If you collaborate with someone, please let them have a soul. I want to be able to look into their eyes and see that they still have a soul. You know what, Caroline? That might be one of our guidelines over here. We're gonna start creating guidelines and shit. I think that might be one. If you come up on a panel, we need to know that you got a soul. Like you ain't on some fake shit. And that's true in a lot of ways, honestly. And there's a lot of people I look at like, yeah, you soulless. Please add the music back to our song. Okay, peace, love. That song I didn't hear. I heard it somewhere. All right, I'm about to get off too now. All right, y'all. Thank you all. Thank you so much, Shay, for the support. Thank you so much, moderators. Thank you for being here so much. Peace, love. No one cares. Thank you, Miss Toby. Hey, Miss Toby, thank you. You know, I shouted you out earlier. I was like, I know she's here somewhere, but Miss Toby too. Thank you. I appreciate you all for your support. I really, really do. Today was a horrible start to the live. We got through some stuff. Y'all made me feel much better being here. I'm going to chop this video up so that way I at least can feel like I got some content out of this because we talked about some good stuff over here this morning. And I'm going to try to put Say What back up, but I'm really nervous that I'm going to get another like warning strike. So I'm going to try to scrub everything that's crazy from it. And I'm going to start putting it up that way. Now, what I will do is if you follow me on Twitter at King Roman News, I will always put the crazy videos on my Twitter page so you can always see them. And I'll point to that from the video. I'll say, go check this video out on Twitter and I'll just probably have a picture of it. But you can follow it there. Okay. But until then, you all, and Miss Toby, all right, Miss Toby is love, right? Thank you all so much. And Shay, thank you so much. And until next time, you all, until next time, deuces.